Okay.
So we shall be coming live. Uno momento. We shall be coming live. Uno momento. Look at there. And we're here. Look at there. And we're here. Can you hear me? If you refresh it now, hub.
If you refresh it now, hub.
Yeah, hopefully if you refresh it, you'll be able to see what's going on.
Well, the chat box is still not letting me chat.
That's pretty interesting. Are you actually? I know you're there, but it may be I have. There might be something.
I'm about to post something.
I was gonna say, if you aren't logged in, hey, there he goes.
No, I should be logged in.
Yeah, you'll know if you look in.
See my post?
Are you seeing any posts coming in? Because what I think it could be, if you look in the upper right-hand corner, it usually has the icon of whatever your Twitch profile shows. Like me, it has the AQ.
Yeah, I got it. Ronnie Noblight.
That is kind of interesting. I don't know, which is kind of bizarre.
Well, I'll just mash buttons until something breaks or it works.
Amen, brother. Let's go. All right, I'm going to kick off this stream to get started. So here we go. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Woohoo! One, two, three, four, five. Password. Jinx, pinch poke, you owe me a Coke. All right, here we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of Agora Quest, our Age of Worms. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back after we missed last week due to the holiday. Hopefully, it went well for you, and I hope that you are not buried under Snowgeddon. Florida has elected not to participate in this week's weather events. We're going to stay here in our cool, balmy 50s to 60s. Tomorrow, it gets down to the mid 30s, maybe. So whilst the rest of y'all are suffering through the teens and lower, I apologize. I don't mean to rub it in, but I'm just going to rub it in. So anyway, welcome. Appreciate you guys being here. If you're new, welcome. Old hands, welcome back. As always, don't forget, while you watch the stream, you can trade tokens in as you watch, that you earn them for free. And you can trade those tokens in for Nat 1s or Nat 20s to help any player, or I, obviously, your humble DM, am always willing to accept said donations. And those are definitely helpful, the way this party rolls. Any Nat 20 or even a Nat 1 that can be provided by you, our audience, is much appreciated. So, yeah, just go back and watch a couple of our streams and you will know, particularly Renoir. Renoir is all about the Nat 20s because he's all about the Nat 1s. So go check it out.
Yeah. Rolls are all ones.
Exactly. However, if you also want to help support the stream, which we do appreciate, obviously not required, but we always appreciate a little love thrown our way now and then. Everything that you provide to us goes back into the stream in some way, shape, or form, whether it's hosting services, content that I purchase, etc. All of these maps that you guys see actually are coming from one of the Patreons that I follow. If you look, you can see his little icon there, Mason Cartography. It's actually Oerth Odyssey out on, I don't know how that happened, but it was Oerth Odyssey, and then he changed the underlying to Mason Cartography, or maybe it was Mason Cartography, and then he changed the Patreon name. Don't know, don't care. The maps are amazing, and all of these maps that you'll be seeing are actually, for the most part, I don't think the house map that I got, but all the actual in-game maps and stuff are all VTT able to be imported. So all of the creature critters that are on it, all of the walls and everything are pulled in on it. It is really, really great job. And even if it weren't, the maps themselves are amazing. So I encourage you, if you're looking for maps for your games, he does a lot of great stuff, not only his own, but he does a butt ton of old modules and whatnot, and completely revamps the maps with up-to-date VTT size maps, or even if you want to print out poster size maps, they're good for that too. So go check them out, man. Not a sponsor, not anything, but I will shout him out all the time because his maps are amazing. So go check them out. So like I said, if you want to help support the stream so we can continue to do stuff like that, okay, I'm lying. I would do it anyway because I don't care about paying out of pocket, but it helps. Don't get me wrong. Every little bit helps. For every 100 bits that you cheer, you can grant a +1 to the player or DM of choice. And those do get carried over from stream to stream, unlike the Nat 1s and Nat 20s, which do not get carried over because they're free and you just have to watch and interact. And the more you interact and do, the more tokens you earn. The more tokens you earn, the more you can help the party out, etc., etc. Big vicious cycle. So anyway, for every 100 bits that you cheer, you can give a +1 to the player or DM. And as of right now, Byam'ba has +4 available. Hub has +4 available. Modred has +2 available. Mulgar has +6 available. And Renoir has +7 available. And so you donate those to the party member of your choice. If you cannot decide, we'll just have a roll-off. And whoever gets the points can carry those over, and they can use those points to raise or lower dice rolls however many points they got. I used to only allow up to 5, but now I'm like, shoot, if you want to use all 7 of your points in Renoir because you rolled a Nat 1 and you need an 8, screw it. Use all 7 points. But those do carry over from stream to stream. Also, obviously, if you want to help support stream really well, subscriptions are great. We also have a tip jar. To me, that's the favorite way of donating, because that way you don't have to worry about canceling subscription or anything like that. It's just a one-time donation. Go to our homepage, twitch.tv/AgoraQuest. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see all the about info and all that. And you'll see, hey, the tip jar. Click it. It'll take you to a page where you can donate however much you want. And the best part about tip jars is all of that money goes right to the content provider. So regardless if you're tipping us or somebody else that you really like on Twitch, if they've got a tip jar, I encourage you to use it, because Twitch takes 50% of all donations that come through, like cheers and subscriptions and whatnot. But if you use a tip jar, the only thing that gets taken away from the provider is like a small processing fee of like 0.5% or 1% or whatever. So if you give somebody a $10 donation, they're going to get like $9, right? As opposed to $5. So I encourage you, if you want to really help support and continue to support providers, man, go check out tip jars if they've got them available, man. It's a great way to provide content, and it's also, you don't have to worry about whether or not, oh crap, did I forget that subscription or not? Because I've done it. I'll subscribe to somebody just for a month or something like that, just to show a little bit of support, and I'll forget about it. And 2 months down the road, I realize, damn, I've given them like $15. Okay, no big deal, $5 a month, but still, if you're not that type of person, so. And what else? I think that's about it. Oh, last but not least, if you're into Greyhawk like we are into Greyhawk, go check out the Greyhawk Creatives team page. That's twitch.tv/team/Greyhawk Creatives. I mean, if you can't remember all this stuff, !socials in the chat. Again, !socials. It'll bring up all of our links to our Discord, to our YouTube channel, where if you're not watching this live, you're either watching it within the first week it's on Twitch, or you're catching us over on YouTube. Bookmark it. Give us a follow over there. Interact over there. So go check it out. You could see all of our videos for all of our games thus far, including we just completed our Perrinland Adventures, which started as Perrinland Adventures, and then it converted to what they called themselves, the Heroes of Christchurch. That campaign just had its last
Monkey cheers.
Monkey. Woo! DM gets five points. Is that what you're telling me, Monkey? What? So anyhow, yeah, you forgot to put a space in between the shout out, dude. Come on, man. Get your stuff in one sock, Adrian.
It's my arthritic fingers.
All right.
He's not giving it to you, Sean. He's seen us.
I know. It's fine.
You seen this, bro? Oh.
Yeah. Monkey's seen us roll. He knows. All right. So anyway, where was I? Oh crap. Now I completely lost. Greyhawk Creatives. Go check them out. Yeah. And then I completely lost where I was going next with that. Our YouTube channel. Go check it out. We just completed our campaign for Perrinland Adventures, also known as Heroes of Christchurch. And we are beginning a new 5e campaign. And so right now I've got 2, potentially 3 players, looking to really bring in new blood for folks that haven't already gamed with us before. That may change if I can't get enough interest drawn from all the places that I've been advertising. Then I'll reach back out to some of our old players and see if they still want to play. But I want to give some other folks a chance to join in a campaign. We're going to be running the Savage Tide adventure series, which takes place in the jungles of the South in Greyhawk, down around the Immediate jungle. So if interested, if you like 5e, like we like 5e, the game is going to be the same every other Friday. Same channel same channel is here, same time is here, 7:30 Eastern, till give or take around 11. So if you're interested, hit our Discord, give us a shout, see what your character concept is, let me know, and we will get you rolling. And so, yeah, and hub is not short for Hubbastank. So I thought it was, but that's just me. But let's get into the campaign and recall what has happened, at least in the recent past. The party, and a lot of this, I apologize if it's a little long-winded, because Hub is new. I know he's bounced sometimes in and out, seeing some of the gameplay. For those that don't know, Hub is now being played by our very own Ronnie Noblight from our previous campaign, our previous first edition campaign. And so he's elected to pick up Hub and continue to run him for us, because that's just how he rolls. But I want to make sure that Hub is at least up to speed with what may have been going on and what the party's been up to. And that way, if we have any questions at the end, we can address them before we move on. So the party gathered in the mining town of Diamond Lake, which is nestled in the hills of the Cairn Hills, just north of the free city of Greyhawk. They gathered together and kind of met each other in a tavern by the name of the Feral Dog. Long story short, they were hired out to go investigate this cairn known as the Whispering Cairn. It's one of the more well-known cairns, one of the most extensively explored ones, and more importantly, children in the surrounding area of Diamond Lake used it as a way to test the bravado of their friends. And so they would tell their friends, "Oh, we dare you to go spend a night in the Whispering Cairn." And so they would do it. And again, it was just a test of bravado and whatnot amongst the kids. Well, several years ago, a young girl went missing and she was never found. And so parents found out what the kids had been doing and kind of put the kibosh on all of that stuff. So the party was actually asked to go, one, investigate the cairn, and two, if they just happen to find anything that happened about the girl, go figure out. So the party began to delve in. They found a lot of ancient relics and iconography for a race of beings that are commonly known as Windukes. The Windukes were a race of beings that were involved in a great war against a creature by the name of the Chaos Queen. And the Chaos Queen had her underlings, one of the most powerful of which was Miska, the wolf spider. And so delving through the ruins, the party did much investigation of the cairn. They found several complexes beneath, and then they found what was, they thought, just a burial tomb. But in the burial tomb, they found a hidden path in the roof or in the ceiling that actually led to another area where they found the actual tomb of one of the Windukes, and that Winduke was named of Zosiel. And in there, they found the main story of how 7 Windukes traveled about the plains and found these pieces to craft something known as the Rod of Law. And they put these pieces together, and the Windukes were able to use it to kill and destroy Miska the wolf spider and drive away the Chaos Queen. But in the thick of the battle, Zosiel was killed by one of the minions, not Miska, but one of the minions of the Chaos Queen, who was using some sort of a device to control what they later found out was a sphere of annihilation, and it utterly destroyed the Winduke Zosiel. And so he was laid to rest in this tomb, and everything around it was built to contain him. But the party managed to discover, again, some artifacts of a bygone time, one of which was the device that can control a sphere of annihilation. They don't have a sphere itself, but the device that allegedly can control it. And when they brought it to Allustan, their benefactor, Allustan told the party to keep a hold of it because you never know when you might need or it might come in handy. And so Modred now holds that little artifact because it is for magic users only to use. Additionally, the party discovered that there was a necromancer in town, and that necromancer had been invited by one of his former colleagues, a man by the name of Balabar Smenk. Balabar Smenk is now one of the most powerful mine managers here in Diamond Lake. And apparently Balabar had got himself mixed up with a group of cultists that are allegedly, not proven yet, but allegedly working in the Dowerstone mines. Ragnolin Dowerstone is another mine manager. He is a dwarf who they say was actually run out of Graysmere, which is a very prominent dwarf nation that's to the south of the free city of Greyhawk. So Ragnolin apparently left the south of Greyhawk, came north of Greyhawk and took up running mines here in Diamond Lake. And apparently Balabar got mixed up with Ragnalin or this cult that's working out of the mines. They're not really sure yet what's going on there, but they brought a lot of this information to, having driven away the necromancer, they then brought the information back to Allustan. And Allustan says that he was going to do some research on a group known as the Ebon Triad. The party does have some information about them that he knew right off the top of his head, but he was trying to find some more information. And the Ebon Triad is actually a offshoot branch of 3 different evil religious sects. One from Nerul, one from Erithnal, and the other from Vecna. And so those 3, I'm sorry, not Nerul, Hextor, Erithnal, and Vecna. And the Ebon Triad is actually like a radical faction of each that's trying to work together. They say that their goal is to take their 3 gods and combine them into one being known as the Overgod. And so the necromancer had been called to Diamond Lake to help Balabar, apparently, because there are some he encountered some rather powerful, if not unkillable, undead creatures in and amongst the ranks of the cultists. And he was hoping that his necromancer friend might help him figure out how to either create or destroy these powerful undead. And so in their investigation, the necromancer discovered these strange green worms infesting the undead that Balabar had talked about. And Balabar actually managed to steal a jar full of fluid that had one of these worms suspended in it. And as I said, the necromancer did some research and found out that these worms had been seen before ages ago, when a rather demented sorcerer, wizard, conjurer, whatever you want to call him, by the name of Caius, used these worms to infest people, and it killed them and immediately turned them into undead, and they had very strange powers and characteristics, etc. So somehow the Ebon Triad is working to manufacture or use or do something with these strange green worms. And so the party has brought all this information to Allustan, who is a rather prominent wizard, and he's known as the smartest man here in Diamond Lake. And so he's told them that he would do some research, but it's going to take him a few days to get it done. And so in the meantime, the party has been granted access to an abandoned home here in Diamond Lake. And so our last session found us the 2 of our party members, Mulgar and Byam'ba, decided that they didn't want to stay at the inn right now. They still had time, so they wanted to go investigate this new house, which actually sat up in the north part of town where the observatory was, and the observatory was where the necromancer lived. And so they just decided to go check it out a little bit. The party has been granted use of this house, but they have to go in and kind of clean it up and fix it up and do whatever they need to do with it. And so while they were doing that, as I said, Allustan has promised them to try to get some more information and try to figure out anything else that he might be able to find for them. But until then, it's going to take a few days for him to kind of get through all of that. So like I said, the party came up into the house. The only 2 that are actually there are Mulgar and Byam'ba. Hub, Renoir, and Modred all remained down in the Abel Carter Inn, Abel Carter Coaching Inn, I should say, which is where they're staying now. And so the party went in, or those two went into the house to investigate. Didn't really find much, but while he was in the sitting room checking out near the fireplace, a rather large constrictor snake came out and assaulted Byam'ba, and he was wrapped up there for a little bit. And Modred, are you all right over there?
Yeah, just looking around.
Okay, I was like, okay, I just making sure because I'm looking and you're disappearing off my map. I'm like, where's he going? All right, no big deal. Anyway, so Modred and Mulgar managed to defeat the snake, but not after being beat up just a little bit. And so that is where, that's a long intro, and I apologize, but like I said, I wanted to make sure that our new hub was able to get as much information as he might need. But yeah, players, is there anything that I may have missed or anything else that you may need me to do for you?
How about covers it?
Let's see. All right, cool. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I got a alert coming off of Discord, and it's like the past 3 days, I'm getting bombarded with um, requests to be friends with people. I have no idea who they are, and then I look and say, "Oh, look, it's that same Chinese picture of the same girl that I get all on my Facebook requests and Twitter requests too." It's like she's a very popular photo. I'm telling you. So, anyway, all right, players, you got anything? Any questions before we get started? If not, let us, ladies and gents.
There's time for me.
Yeah. Of course, it's not going to be up there right now. All right, I'm going to do something really quick just because it's easier for me to put the music back. So I need to. There we go. All right. All right. As we find ourselves in the home, as I said, Mulgar and Byam'ba are the only two that are actually here. As you guys find yourselves breathing a sigh of relief as the remnants of the snake fall away from Byam'ba, having squeezed you so hard that you can actually see slight dents in the metal portions of any gear that you're wearing and that it wrapped around you, whether it, I know you don't necessarily have armor and stuff, but you've got like maybe some greaves or something that are holding things together or whatnot. You could see dents and scales have been scraped off, sticking to your skin as the dead thing falls away. The investigation found the remnants of a dead halfling stuck up in the fireplace, along with whatever treasure that the snake managed to procure for itself. And you did find in the belly of the snake, there were 3 snake eggs that were remaining, that were not damaged or whatever when you slew the thing. And so now you find yourself standing here looking at one another as Mulgar has that, what the fuck, look. I'm glad I didn't go in there. What do we want to do?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
do we
that-
want to look at the rest of the place, or do we need to get you healing right now?
As long as we don't run into anything else that wants to try to kill me.
Fair enough. I want to go walk in the dining room then, where I was heading before.
Okay.
Hey, DM.
Sir.
What page you got on the Foundry? What page you got on the Foundry?
Uh,
I'm
it
looking at the Diamond Lake map, so I'm asking.
Oh no, I switched it over to the yeah, it's the house map.
Yeah,
If
I see
you-
the house.
See, I'm looking at the
Yeah.
looking at the Diamond Lake map for some reason.
Yeah, it did
Make
not.
sure you refresh.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to refresh your page. So it should have switched for you. Yeah, it's weird. It still
Yeah,
shows you as Diamond Lake. Yeah, it's weird. I can see it has you on both on my view. That is crazy. Yeah, that's a Foundry hose.
If you click on the one that says house ground floor, it'll move them.
Yeah, so it may be that. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So here's the thing. I may some maps are only viewable by the DM and some I open up so you guys can switch back and forth anytime you want. And so if I move to Diamond Lake and then move back to a DM only map, it may leave you on the Diamond Lake map and not put you back on the map that I said to put you on. So I don't know why it does that. When I quote unquote activate a map, it should why did it that's kind of weird. Sorry. On the when I activate a map, it should pull everybody onto that map. But if it doesn't, and you're still on Diamond Lake, like Hub said, you should be able to. So anyway, you guys moved like way too fast for me to do anything with regards to the dining room or anything like that because I was talking. So
Sorry.
no, it's okay. Well, you're not even there, Modred, so I don't worry about you. I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm not there.
I'm just worried about the two that actually are there. Yeah, you keep. There we go. Wow, did it let you right through the wall? That's funny. Oh no, because I made a really big door.
No.
Yeah, I made a big no, not you, my God. So you guys look in the living room or the dining room. I mean, you can see that there are 8 usable chairs, although all of the padding and everything has been chewed through. The table itself is molded, the legs are broken, and it's kind of leaning. Legs on one side are good, the other ones have been collapsed, and the table itself is kind of fallen so that the side that's toward the kitchen door is actually like on the floor, right? But there are also, like I said, the chairs themselves look to be in decent shape. But anything else on there doesn't look of value. There's ratted curtains hanging over the window in the north wall. You can see, as you already know, that there was a door leading into the kitchen and whatnot. But other than that, there doesn't appear to be much else.
I'm gonna move to the kitchen.
Okay. As you go into the kitchen, you hear squeaking sounds coming from in the kitchen. And as you step through the door, suddenly coming out from everywhere are a crap ton of rats. Not a crap ton, but a bunch of rats. And sorry, Hub, I have to bring you in there because I don't know why it's not letting me use the others as viewing whatever is there. But I'm going to need Modred to make sure that he's out of the way. But anyway, as you guys see, these rats come out of the woodwork, so to speak.
How many?
Probably like 7 or 8 rather large rats.
Can we just stomp on them?
Is there enough time for us to? Oh, okay.
Let us roll for initiative.
Oh, we gotta fight them? Okay.
Well, you don't necessarily have to. You can run if you want to try to run.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying.
Wondering, do we have enough space? Can we just go back in the dining room and shut the door?
Let's see how the initiative goes. If you guys beat their initiative, then I will say yes. Otherwise, we're going to have at least 1 round, and then it'll still be yes, but you're still going to have 1 round of combat.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yep.
My initiative is still not right.
Why?
It's putting a plus when it should be taking a minus.
What? Let me see. What did it show you roll?
It's still showing me as being ensnared by a constricting snake.
Oh, that I can fix. There we go. Maybe that's why. All right. So no, I know that, but I mean, you no longer. I can't change. So you rolled a 9, and it should be -3, right?
Right. It
All right.
added
So
3.
all right, that's fine. I can make it a 6. All right. So I got a 6 on it, or you got a 6. And so it should have moved you up, but it didn't, but that's fine. But anyway, so all of the rats got much higher initiative than you, these huge rats. So huge rats are about the size of a small dog. So they're not like little teeny tiny rats. But we're going to have at least one round, but you guys will be able to escape out the door and slam the door if that's what you want to do, as the rats come flowing out of everywhere, from under the counters, from under the sinks and stove, coming out of the storage closet to the south, as they see fresh meat coming at you, as the first rat comes in trying to take a bite of Byam'ba. Ooh, I like that.
Byam'ba? We staying and fighting, or we running away?
That was awesome. Did you see that? Where it showed the mist slowly float up the thing? That's pretty awesome. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. That was awesome.
Let's keep fighting until it gets really bad. Hopefully these things
All right.
don't do a lot of damage.
Fair enough.
All right. As a rat comes charging out of the pantry to the south, and I keep Hub's not there, so he can't attack Hub. So I'm going to move
Good.
Hub.
Attack Hub. Attack Hub.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
No. As it goes after Mulgar. And another miss. That's hilarious.
Good.
I like it. I like how if you watch the stream, or even if you watch the VTT, it has mist kind of float up, right? So it's pretty awesome. All right, so this one, 10, 30, 50. He is going there, but he is not able to attack because he didn't have straight line. As this rat, however, runs underneath the table, I'm just going to put him up here, and attacks Byam'ba.
Are they less than 1 hit dice creatures?
They are actually, yes, they are 1 - 1.
Yes, we can sweep them. Excellent.
Whatever. Oh, there's another miss. Oh, I missed by 1, and I don't have any points either. Damn it. As this one is attacking Byam'ba as well. Ah! As you suffer 1 hit point of damage. And let me see.
Ooh.
Nope. All right. That is it for that rat. This one attacks Mulgar. Misses Mulgar.
Failure. It should have killed itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost
As the last one comes running out underneath the table, attacking Mulgar as well. And he misses. Mulgar, actually, yeah, Byam'ba, you're up. It changed you back to 12 again. I don't know why it did that, but I want to make sure that everything. All right. So
you can attack 3 times then, I think, Byam'ba.
Byam'ba, you're up.
All right, so I'm gonna try to hit this one first.
So at what
See if it works.
what is that at, like even 3rd level? I thought that was like something that happened at higher levels.
No, you get 1 attack per level of experience as a fighter, ranger, paladin, that type of thing. If they're less than 1 hit dice.
Okay, that's
Pretty
right.
sure I can look.
Yeah, double check on it, but I think you're right. But I always thought it started at like at a certain level, but doesn't matter. Go ahead and do your attack, Byam'ba.
Okay. This is with the bastard sword.
Okay.
Let's see here. I think that's how I do it.
And you hit as you swing your blade, slicing through the little demonic dog-like rat. All right. You get your 3rd level, so you will get 3 attacks.
Okay, let's see if I can hit all 3. That'd be nice.
Oh,
That's a miss.
that's a miss, which I will allow you the 1 more attack until Mulgar confirms or denies.
Okay.
I'm struggling to find it, actually. Where is it?
Grok.com.
DM station.
Oh, I'm
Grok.com.
going to have to go to the DMG.
Nice. As the 3rd attack hits, as you cleave through the 2nd rat. And make sure you deselect it. All right. Mulgar. Good sir.
Unfortunately, I do not have my DMG handy.
Don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about it. We can find it later. And your blade strikes true, cleaving through one of the rats that's blocking your escape.
Oh, that'll work. Might be a little overkill. Whoops,
Make
what
su-
happened there? Whoops.
Yeah, make sure you.
What happened there?
Uh,
I'm not sure what happened there. I rolled a
Oh, you
20
had
that it
2
disappeared.
You had 2 selected, and
Yeah,
you
that's
rolled
why.
2 attacks.
Damn it.
that's all right.
All right.
All right, the 2nd attack missed,
Okay. So
so
then
you
I'll hit.
you get 1 more attack. Make sure you.
That was the problem. Okay. What a waste of a 20.
Yep. Yes, you hit.
It hits.
Yep. All right. Make sure you deselect it so I can get rid of it. Cool. All right. As we go back to the top of the order.
We stick with our initial.
No, you have to roll again.
Oh, we do. Okay.
Yeah, we do it every round.
This is AD&D, not
So I rolled
Hey.
the 1. It didn't put anything on it.
Yeah, well, I
don't
think
think
it's
it should be
because,
any
yeah,
lower than-
yeah, exactly. All right. So the first rat is up first, and it attacks Mulgar. Misses. The second rat attacks Mulgar as well. Of course I did. Byam'ba, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit this guy. Go here. That's third.
Pretty sure that hits.
Is that a crit? That's a crit.
That is a crit, nat
Right.
20. It's a nat 20,
I
yep.
didn't see the dice.
Yep, it's a nat 20.
Modifier, damage style ×2. Yes. Damage.
As you cleave through that rat, so you still have you still have 2 that you can do.
Can I reach? Step past?
Well, yeah, you can. So I always say you get 5 feet or 10 feet of movement, right? So you can step up
Right.
into Mulgar's space, attack, and then step back out of his space when your turn's over.
Okay, that's what I'll do. So step up. Target that one. Attack. Right. Damage.
And so you have cleaved through yet another rat, and there's one left.
Let's target him. Attack.
Oh, you
Now,
missed.
This is dude's sword. This is the other dude's sword too. So I don't know. I know as player it's magical, but the character does not know it's magical.
Yep. Until you know or have identified it, it does not grant any magical properties.
Okie dokie. So still one left, and then I'll move myself back if I can. Up, it's kind of locked in there.
Give me
let
just. Yep. So the key details. Again, sorry, I'm reading this really quick. In Advanced D&D First Edition, fighters along with paladins and rangers can attack multiple creatures below 1 hit dice. It's detailed on page 25 of the player's handbook, right below the fighters, paladins, and rangers attacks per melee round table. The keynote excludes melee combat with monsters of less than 1 hit die and non-exceptional humans and semi-humans. All creatures with less than 1 hit die. All creatures entitle a fighter to attack once for each of his or her experience levels. So, for example, a 10th level fighter gets up to 10 attacks in a melee round. So, yeah.
Okay, third levels get 3. Got
Yep.
it.
Against.
Where is Byam'ba? It's like he's not even there anymore.
It's because
me.
yeah, he's behind Mulgar. So just make sure you deselect the rat. Just make sure you deselect the rat.
I did.
Yeah, I got him selected now.
Oh,
He's
that's
got it
you.
selected.
Sorry, my bad. I thought the Byam'ba was green.
There he is. Okay.
As he hits with a 17, rolls a 1, and still takes out the giant rat. As all of the creatures that came scurrying out of the woodwork trying to get fresh food. All they were looking for was fresh food, but you guys had to kill them. So, pretty sure there are animal cruelty laws, but not really for sure.
Well, the snake should have came in here and taken care of this if he was hungry.
Yes,
that's
what
true.
he was there for.
Yes. As you guys look, you are in the kitchen. You can see there is a couple of windows as well as a back door leading out to the back of the establishment. There's a pantry down along the south, and there is a flight of stairs going down.
Should we get the rest of the party before we go downstairs?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, and you need to rest up anyways. You need to heal up.
Yeah, I can get myself first aid, but it's not really. It's only 1 point. It's not going to make that much of a difference. I'll use it next time I have to almost die.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna head back to the inn and meet them.
Okay. I'm just going to bring Hub here to. I had to reset the. I don't think you guys actually ever went into the study anywhere. But I know you did the main room. I know you did the main
Yeah, I
room.
think we stepped into there. We just
I don't think so. I think Modred. I think Modred was the one. That's why it's showing on the map, is because Modred went into the.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
That's all right. No, that's okay. It's all right. No big deal. It's not like you guys are seeing anything in there. But yeah, so as you guys at least have the general outline of the house. Interestingly, as you guys are leaving, you saw the stairs in the kitchen go into the basement. You know that there is a second story on this house. Oh, I'm sorry. I lied. You did not see stairs going down into the basement. Those stairs in the kitchen went up to the upstairs. My bad. That was my apologies. So.
Okay. Yeah. All right, we're heading back to Abel Carter coaching and meet the rest of the team.
Okay. As we
get some healing.
All right. As you guys depart, heading your way back to the Abel Carter. Oh, I need to bring that down. All right. It takes you guys, give or take, about 20 minutes or so to get back to the Abel Carter, which is building 21 down here with your companions. Down here with your companions. I believe.
Oh, I'm hurt.
Let's see what time we got. Yeah. It's roughly about 6:30 in the evening as you guys arrive. Hub and Modred is nowhere to be found, but Hub and Renoir, you find yourselves in the common area getting yourselves some dinner. Modred, you can only assume, is still locked away in his room, copying over and doing stuff with his spell book. Mo, did we ever figure out, or did you ever calculate about how long it would take you to copy everything? I don't remember if we. I know we kind of
just told me, DM, but I forgot. It was like it was. I can't remember. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It is. I know it is an hour per level of spell. So if you go back and look at all the spells that were in that spell book that you got that copied to yours, you just need to figure out what level spell it is and add 1, 2, or 3 if it's a third level spell. Well, I should say you can't copy third level spells. You can only do first and second level. Well, technically you can, but I treat it just like casting a scroll. So if there's a certain percentage chance that you casting a higher level spell than you're able to, there's a certain percentage chance that it will fail. And I do the same thing if you're trying to scribe a spell into your spell book that's a higher level that you're allowed to use. I treat it just like a scroll. So if you fail, then you lose the spell and it's not copied into your spell book either. It just triggers a spell and it goes off.
So you said it was 1 hour per spell level?
That is correct. That is correct. Because you had enough money and ink, I believe. You purchased all that. But then you just had to go scribe it. And so I forget how many. Now, to that point, it's only been a little over half a day since you guys talked to Allustan. He said it's going to take probably a couple, 3 days for him to do the research necessary to kind of find out and piece together some of the things that you guys brought to him, including that strange green worm and all the information about the necromancer and and stuff like that. So I think you'll definitely have time to scribe all of the first and second level spells, no problem. But I can't remember if I gave you any spells that were third level, and if there are, we need to roll on roll the percent chance on failing to see if you lose a spell, or you don't even have to copy it.
I
You
won't
just
describe a third level spell.
okay.
If I got a third level spell, I'm not going to copy it, but I'm having trouble opening up the spell book.
So all you should have,
Do all
yeah,
that adding.
yeah. So if you open up your character sheet and go to your where the spell book is, on the left hand side. Oh, by the way, you guys do have some magic items to identify too, I think. But anyway, on the left hand side, you see the little icon of your spell book. All you do is left click on that and it'll open up the spell book and all the spells will drop down.
So Deep Pockets was one I learned.
Right, when you advanced. I can probably go back and I didn't write down. I only told you what spells I'd given you. I didn't actually write down but I can go and find I just have to open up the text again in order to find out. So here. Now I may have changed a couple because some of these were like 3rd edition spells that I didn't use. So let me find Filge and see what Filge had in his spell book. Yep, so let me see what spells you had there. So detect magic, was that in there? I thought that was one.
Yeah, I had detect magic myself, I thought.
Yeah, I'm looking and I don't
detect magic, read magic, my bad.
Yeah. I thought detect magic was one of them that I had given you, but were these put in your spell book? Because I am looking.
It's all in the spell list. A lot of that stuff I couldn't get in the spell book.
Let's see. Yeah, magic missile, you have that as a scroll. Oh, yeah, it's weird. Okay, there they are. Yeah, okay. I see. Yep. So I am going to, well, yeah, I'll keep you, the read magic was there definitely. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that where it shows. All right. So it says detect magic, ray of enfeeblement, read magic, cause fear, chill touch, identify, magic missile, spectral hand, magic mouth, scare, and disguise self. I don't think any of those are 3rd level. You have to open up like each spell to see. Holy cow, level 21. What? No, it's level 2, dummy. Okay, so let's see. Ray of enfeeblement, level 2. Cause fear, level 1. Chill touch. And if you just click on the spell itself, you'll see. So you don't even have to open the spell book right now. Identify is a level 1. Magic missile obviously is a level 1. Spectral hand is a level 2.
Yeah, but I had magic missile, so I didn't have
Yeah.
to describe that one into my book.
Exactly. So if you look on your character sheet, you'll see that read magic and magic missile both say not learned. That means it's a scroll. So spectral hand, magic mouth is a level 2. Scare is a level 2. Disguise self is a level 1. So if I move this up, Scare 2. I'm putting all your level 2s last so then we can easily add them up. 2, 1. All right, Ray of Enfeeblement's a level 2, so we're going to move this down here. Oh. Sorry, folks, I'm just looking at this here real quick, and I moved his Ray of Enfeeblement down, and all of a sudden it just disappeared on me. I was like, where did it go? Oh, I moved it all the way to the top. What the hell is that?
Good night.
That's bizarre. Anyway, all right. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, roughly 14 hours of scribe time will be required for you to get all of your spells into the spell book. And now you still have to get your normal evening rest in order to continue to do that, right? So you could do it like 8 hour
Right.
blocks. So you could do it for 8 hours, rest, and then finish it tomorrow. So if I'm going to say that you can work from the time you got today when you left Allustan's and came back to Abel Carter Coaching Inn, you went right to your room and you started scribing until it's dinner time, let's say. You finish, and then tomorrow it's going to take you the remaining 8 hours or so, or 9 hours, give or take, to finish scribing. So at the earliest, tomorrow evening at dinner, you'll have all those spells be able to be copied into your spell book. Does that sound fair?
Sounds fair. I mean, that's fair.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, I guess one of the things that I would need to know from the party is what do we want to do over the course of the next, I don't know, day, really. So you got a day, the rest of this evening from now until whenever you go to bed, and then you have all day tomorrow. And you still may have an additional time after that because y'all are still waiting on Allustan to for Allustan to do his research, because he said it'd probably take a few days. So at the very least, you're talking 3 days of downtime here. What do we want to do for our downtime?
How far is the Dowerstone mine?
So
You know?
it is actually right on the edge of town here. Let me point it out on the map for you. Let's see. Somewhere in here I've got it. Where is it on my map here? It's building 31. So it's actually up here in the north edge of town. On your way out of town, as you went to the Whispering Cairn, you passed by the Dowerstone mine, as well as a large structure that is apparently maybe the office buildings or something like that are adjacent with it. It does have a compound around with it, meaning it's got a high fence around it with a couple of guard towers and stuff, protecting the entry into the mine. But that's where it is. Yes. Now you are very welcome to reconnoiter or do whatever you guys wanted to do.
I think we could. Oh,
I was thinking we could get paid for all the stuff that we've turned in, like the owl bear and the 3 snake leg eggs and all that other stuff, as well as chart that house out, clean it up, and get ourselves an actual place of residence where we don't have to keep, funding over stuff.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Let's
So,
finish clearing the house first.
okay. So it is evening as you enter into the Abel Carter, and you see Hub and Renoir dining at the table. It's a quiet evening. You hear the dishes clanking in the kitchen area as food and plates are brought back and forth. Abel Carter is busy, but mostly from locals like business owners and stuff. Not so much like the mining community. They get more over to the Emporium and the Feral Dog and some of the other places that have a little more quote unquote entertainment heavy for the miners and stuff. This place mostly caters to local business owners as well as travelers coming to and from, whether it is the Free City or some of the cities off to the east and stuff like that. There's kind of a way station, and they kind of act like that as a pass through to the Cairn Hills. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. There's maybe a half a dozen people in here besides the four of you that are now gathered at the table. Renoir, you watch as Byam'ba and Mulgar step up. Byam'ba looks a little pale. You can see that he has bruising around his neck area. He's got a couple of what appear to be puncture wounds in the upper part of his armor. And you've seen him look better, although he is walking. I guess I would let Byam'ba describe what he looks like as he walks in, but you can definitely feel the bruises and the ache.
I'm gonna try casting some healing on him, so we'll try to get him going back up a little bit.
Okay.
I'll sit down and start drinking Arog. Fermented goat milk or horse milk.
Let me do some. All right. I think I got the right guy here.
I think you do.
That's him.
Hub needs his feet combed.
Woohoo!
7.
You get.
Hey, that's good.
Are you feeling better, or do you need more?
I'm gonna need a lot more. If it's 7, he was at 22, and 7 should have been 29. Why did it only go to 28? Oh, I lost 1 hit point from. Never mind. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Oh, that's the roll I'm used to. It's bigger than a 1, so I don't get to re-roll. Yes.
Hey, you have 8 points available to you that you can use to raise or lower whatever dice roll that you want. So, if you wanted to heal more instead, it's up to you.
I think if we're in a dungeon, I would, but I think while we're in garrison, I might let it go and just cast another, because I think we're all about to go and get more spells. And so I'm going to do another one on him if he still looks pretty bad, which I suspect he does.
He does. He would never say that to you, though. He'd be like, "Me fine."
Me fine. More liquor. That's all I need.
Me fight good.
Me kill good rat.
Yeah, re-roll it.
1.
It is a talent, ladies and gentlemen. It is a talent.
I have undid it. So go ahead and recast the heal. Just hit heal. Just hit the heal again.
That's
better.
It's better. That's better.
All right. He is down 8 right now. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my child. I am out of healing for the day.
That's fine. If we can just drink some more, the pain will go away.
All right.
That's normally what I do, quite frankly. But you know,
All right. As you guys go to settle in for the evening, Modred, you are ecstatic to find that you have almost all of the spells copied. You have but a few more that'll take you the better part of the day tomorrow, but by the end of the day, your spell book will be fleshed out with all of those spells, and you will have an additional Read Magic and Magic Missile as a scroll on your sheet.
So do I got 2 magic missiles not learned and detect magic. So I got 2 magic missile scrolls or just 1?
No, just the one. I don't know why that was in there twice, but I.
Okay, I'm going to delete it.
What?
One of them.
I
One
don't.
magic missiles.
Where is it at? Is it in your backpack? Because I don't even see it.
Put it in my scroll case.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, so you can delete one. And what I'm actually going to do, I'll tell you what, I am going to delete all 3 of those. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to delete these because I can actually give you, and it doesn't really matter, but there is a version of that I can give you that's actually a scroll. So.
Okay, cool.
Magic Missile scroll. And I just dropped that on your sheet. Read Magic scroll. And I just dropped that on your sheet. So you can see now and I'll put them in your scroll case for you. But they actually have a parentheses S on them.
So yeah, that's cool.
It's weird that I don't know why it doesn't let me do as learned for you. It's like there used to be a little, like a thing that says, "Oh, this is learned," but why is it not being learned? So anyway, sorry for the delay. So, anything that you guys want to do before you turn in for the evening tonight?
Lock those snake eggs up just in case they decide to want to hatch overnight.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Put them in a steam trunk. I don't know, something.
Okay. All right. As you guys finish your evening and you retire to your respective rooms, hopefully, at least for now, for the last time having to pay for rooms, as everybody needs to take away a gold coin from their treasury, please, and give yourselves a long rest.
Yeah, see if we can find that damn ring. I lost it in my equipment list.
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason I'm clicking on the camp button, but nothing's happening.
Oh, yeah, I had to click on it a couple times myself.
All right.
I
can't find it.
It is on your gear
tab
and up toward the top. Yep. Not beer.
It gave me my
gear. No, it doesn't. It doesn't give hit points back when you guys do it, right? It doesn't automatically No, it does not. We have to manually do that for hit points and stuff for everybody. When you take a long rest,
2 back using my first aid. So
yeah, I am looking first for the. Let's see. Yeah, you had a ring, Modred. I don't know what you did with it.
I was moving it around and it disappeared. Trying to put all my magic items up top.
Yeah, that's what I try to do sometimes too, and somehow it always gets jacked up. Let me see. Yeah, because you put it in your spell book.
Okay. Can you stick it right there by the ever burning torch for me?
I'll try. Okay.
What's the healing?
Let's see. Let me see. Let me see where it took.
Got it. I fixed it.
Yep. Oh, okay. I think I broke it. Not letting me move it down. I'll let you muck with it. So there we go. All right, cool. I'm not gonna mess with it. That's your sheet. All right. So everybody got a long rest. How many total should you have gotten back, Byam'ba? You get
Just
one, two. Well, what about your con bonus?
Oh, if you say I get con bonus,
Yeah,
too,
no,
then
yeah.
that would be.
Yes. Yeah.
Let me go
4.
look. That would be
Should be 4 because you get +2 hit points. So you should have got
plus
4
2,
back.
Yeah, so it should be 4. So
Yeah.
2 plus 4, 6.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. All right. So that means you're like 2 points down.
Yeah, that's nothing. I'm good there.
Everybody else, I think, is maxed because you're the only one that really got hit. Cool. All right. As you guys get up in the morning, as you come downstairs to the common area outside, you can see that a light snow has begun to fall. As you come to remember, and I just want to remind everybody that you are in the month of readying, which is essentially the February of the mountains. And today is the 13th day of readying the common year. It is a overcast morning with a light snow and a light breeze blowing, just enough to remind you that weather can change anytime here in the mountains. Having had your breakfast, Modred retires back to his room to continue the task of scribing his items into his spell book, unless there is anything different that you want to do before you do that, Modred.
Oh, that's fine. I'll continue to do that. Hey, can you change that ring to a ring of protection +1?
Did you
change my armor class?
Did you identify it?
Yeah, I identified that.
There was a few things we did a while ago. Let me go back here.
I don't remember. That's why.
Yeah,
That's.
we did
Well, I
some
think
stuff,
I actually, maybe I didn't identify it. I just did it by the process of elimination.
What do you mean?
I got hit and I didn't get hit one day or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't. The only reason that I have not, why it still shows unknown, is because I didn't think we had identified it. Because I don't think you had the identify spell until now, because you just got the identify spell, and you have yet to scribe it into your spell book. So that's why it hasn't been. So anyway.
Yeah,
But the ring of feather falling we've identified, right? From me
The-
jumping.
Yeah, the ring of featherfall you guys have identified. I think that I.
Yeah, trial and error.
Yeah. Who has that ring right now?
I've been carrying it.
Because it's not
I
on
don't
your
think-
it's not on your character sheet.
No, it's not on my sheet. I had it last, but
Yeah. Anybody know who's got it on their character sheet? I just want to make sure that if it's not.
Does not appear to be me.
I don't either.
Maybe that's what that is. The ring of
Me
feather
neither.
falling. I don't know.
No.
I thought I got that one ring from the necromancer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The
yeah,
necromancer
I
has.
think that's a ring of protection, but we don't know.
Yeah. I am looking at. Anyway, everybody needs to scroll through their gear and see if the ring of feather falling is there. If not, we need to make sure we get it added back because.
I'm doing it now.
So anyway, as you guys finish your breakfast and you get ready to head out to your new home to potentially clear it back out, as I said, it's lightly snowing outside. The sun is up and the town is once again in full swing as the mining shifts have occurred. You can hear the horses and wagons getting geared up for Abel Carter to send its next run back down to the Free City, as usually happens every Water Day or Earth Day, which is Wednesday or Thursday. Usually one of those 2 days, the wagons depart for the city, and a few days later, the wagons arrive from the city. So you hear the coaches being put together and whatnot. But as I described, Modred returns to his room to continue scribing the spells from the spell book of the necromancer Filge, and you guys now find yourselves free to move about the cabin. So we're heading back to the house?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
Hey, can I send a letter to Amethyst Order via one of them stagecoaches?
Absolutely.
Okay, when I get done with the spell scrolls, I'll pen a letter describing what's going on here.
Okay, so just so you know, the coaches will be leaving today. Like usually early in the morning is when they head out. The next coach will arrive a couple of days from now, and the next coach heading back to the city won't leave until next week. It's like once a week, one wagon arrives, and a couple of days later, it leaves, or vice versa. It leaves, and a couple of days later, it arrives. But essentially, it's on a weekly cycle. 1 week, wagon arrives, and 1 week, a wagon leaves. So,
okay, before they leave, can I just pen a quick note telling them what's going on?
Sure.
And send it with them?
Sure, absolutely. And it's a 2-day ride down to the city, so it'll be at least 2 or 3 days before the letter arrives, just so you know. Cool.
And then I'll continue scribing the spell.
Okay. I actually want to make a note of that just in case something comes of it. So this is the 13th. All right. So you guys gather up your belongings or your stuff, if you will, and you head to the abandoned house, I guess, for lack of a better term, your new home. Renoir, don't forget when you get a chance, you need to deselect Byam'ba.
I'm also bringing Dogatu this time. He can chase out those damn rats.
All right. Here, give me a sec. There, he's with you now. All right.
Yay.
As you guys make your way across town, as always, it takes you 20 to 30 minutes to trudge your way through the mud / snow of the mining town. The thick smoke coming up out of the smelting areas of the mines where they're melting down ore and separating ore from rock. The thick smoke coming out the tops of the various chimneys, giving it an ashy haze covering this entire small valley as you make your way back up to the abandoned house.
It won't let me select Dogatu, so if you could move us both up there, that'd be great.
We don't worry about having to do that. Let me get everybody outside, though.
Have I been to this house before in a past life, Ian?
No. where did...
Byam'ba, how are you feeling?
I'm only 2 points down. I'm good.
All right, good.
All right, hang on a second here.
Hub, your feet are looking very good today, I must add.
Yes, I did spend time after waking up styling the hair on them.
It looks good. You did well.
For some reason, I don't... What happened to Byam'ba and...
We're at the back of the house.
We're at the back door.
Where
Oh.
the kitchen is.
Oh, okay. Is that where you guys wanted to go?
No, but it's fine. We know
No,
how to get in from there.
No, I want to make sure everybody's together. All right. As you guys find yourselves once again, Modred, you're just along for the ghostly ride. As you guys find yourselves once again on the semi-rotted wood porch, you can see that there is a lot of wood rot here, although it is sturdy enough to walk across. The Byam'ba, you know woodworking, and especially as you walk across it, the wood feels kind of soft, and it sort of sinks slightly as if the supporting understructure is in dire need of some love. But at least here it kind of holds. And by the way, all the furniture and everything you guys see here, for the most part, is just for aesthetics. It's not really there. It's kind of like a model house, giving you an idea what it could be. But yeah, so it's, again, it's sort of semi-rotted. Windows are mostly broken out, curtains tattered, etc. That's kind of the vibe that you get from the house. But that being said, you've been here before. As you get to the door, you can see the stone floor interior, at least, is pretty solid. No rot there, obviously, but the door frames and the doors and stuff like that all seem to be pretty shitty. I do want to say that as you guys approach the house, and you guys saw this when you first time you came here, Byam'ba and Mulgar, when you went around the back to check out that there's like an old mine behind the place. There is actually a side on the eastern side of the house. There is an outdoor basement entry, right? There's a set of stone steps. Yes, there's a set of stone steps on the outside eastern side of the house that go down into a basement cellar area. You did not see any stairs going down here in the house.
Keep an eye out, though, especially you elves, for hidden drawers or concealed stairways.
Shouldn't it just be elf?
Oh yeah, is there only one elf?
Might be something underneath that rug.
Halflings have good eyes.
Yeah, damn, I'll look underneath this rug and just see if there's anything perhaps sneaky under there.
Is the rug there?
No, the rug is not. Well, remnants of tatter. Again, everything you see in this house is because somebody made a nice image of a nice interior of the house. None of it really exists. Although I will say you do see remnants of a bookcase along the eastern wall that is shattered, and the books are all destroyed and paper leaflets everywhere. There's an old couch here, but all the stuffing has long since been ripped and chewed out of it. There is remnants of old carpets in here, but they're all shredded and tattered and chewed up. Same thing with the easy chairs. They're in the place, but they're all destroyed. Right? So you can definitely, Hub, look under the carpet if you want to give me a search check, just to kind of see if there is anything that might be of value or anything like that.
Sounds like we need a dumpster.
We can just set it afire. Put it out in the yard and fire it.
No. Hub, you sort of pull on the rug and there's nothing really there, but as you pull it, the remnants of the couch sort of shift and fall away, and crawling out from underneath is this massively large centipede.
The house of horrors he gave us.
I think we're better off staying immune.
Snakes,
Yeah,
rats,
he didn't us any favors.
centipedes.
What I do? Hey man, you guys wanted to come check the house out. I'm just the purveyor of like a realtor. I don't know what the hell's all in here.
You know, y'all could always do some mundane stuff, and we could like wave all this by, then I could join y'all.
What did it give me?
To be honest, I just want to do this so Hub got an opportunity to get back in the thing. Yeah, so Byam'ba, you rolled. I'm going to figure out what that is and why, but holy cow. Why did it show? It showed an initiative for Bless of like instantaneous. So it like gave you the, I don't know why it does it like that. There's something that has to do with the spell, how long it lasts. That's why it's doing that. But I don't know why.
It shows you with an initiative like 104 or something.
I know, because it says Bless, initiative for Bless is 1d10 plus the cast time. And so it had a cast time of 99. I don't know why that is. Need to look up what's the cast time for Bless, and we can adjust your score accordingly. Anyway, and where's Byam'ba? Byam'ba.
Like halfway.
Yeah, you rolled a. Yeah, it just.
I rolled a 5 and it
what did you use? Like, you didn't pick anything to do your initiative with, though. You just like a general, right? You said.
Yeah,
you didn't.
Well, until we know what's going on, we can't. Unless you say, should we pick a weapon?
No,
first?
no. Remember, when you go for initiative, you go to your combat sheet, and it's got the little dice next to the item that you want to use for your attack or whatever.
I've been
So
rolling it off the freaking combat encounter table.
no,
That's
no. If you open up
Time for Bless is 1 round.
1 round, all right. So
Yeah.
That's probably why it's like that.
Yeah, so it's going to be, it should have been plus 10, but yeah, so that's why it is. So, so again, it's supposed to let me adjust this. I don't know why it's not, but we'll just know that regardless, you're going to have to go next turn, right? So when you cast your Bless, it won't go off until next round. So, all right. So Byam'ba, what are you using for? Yours is still a +3 though, right? When you... Because of your dexterity, you get a reaction of +1.
It's supposed to be a +3, but
how did you get a +3? Just I keep forgetting because your reaction shows a 1. So
it was from the
barbarian.
Barbarian.
Okay.
Unearthed Arcana.
All right. So yours should be a 2. So I'm going to say Mulgar. Mulgar, what's your dexterity? 13? Okay. All right. So actually, Byam'ba, yours is going to be a 2 for initiative. And so you'll actually go before Mulgar because your dexterity is higher. So there's a couple of things I got to tweak. And there's some settings that they did an update to the system. And every time they do that, I need to go back and change to make sure all the settings that I want are set because they overwrite my settings. But bottom line is the centipede comes charging out at Hub.
No, not the halfling.
As the centipede hits Hub. As Hub suffers 1 hit point of damage. And Hub, I need... That's kind of interesting. Yeah. Yep. So, Hub, you needed a 13. You got a 13. As you feel the poison inject into your body, and you realize and you recall that these deadly centipedes have a deadly venom that will kill you. Not just make you weak or hurt. It will kill you if you fail your save. And actually, I need to move down. Byam'ba, you're up.
DM out here trying to kill the new character to first combat.
That's because I love you, man. Well, welcome back to the team, Hub.
All right, so this time, how big is this thing?
It is a 3 hit die creature. So it's a medium size. Medium size, it's about 6 feet long.
Okay. So he's going to use 2 arrows.
Okay.
See if he can get over there.
Feel free to just kill it, so I don't even have to attack.
As you hit.
All right.
You didn't target the creature. That's why I didn't say whether or not you hit or not.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It has an armor class 5. Had armor class 5. You hit armor class 3. So yes, you definitely hit. As you do 3 hit points of damage.
And we're going to try the second arrow. Let's see if that works.
As you hit. Uh-oh. Who'd we lose? Welcome back.
Was that
I don't know. Somebody left
that a
and came
20?
back. So 21. Not a crit, though. Oh, actually, it is. It was a crit.
It is a crit.
Critical hit.
I was like,
Yep.
oh, so I got to change damages.
No. Yeah, just times 2, yeah. Nice. All right. Is that it for Byam'ba?
That's it.
Mulgar, you're up.
All right, I'm going to step forward and hopefully hit this stupid thing.
No.
And I'll miss. Whiff. Okay,
All right.
That's all I got.
Hub, you're up. As the halfling reaches out with his short sword, stabbing.
Nice.
Stabbity stab. 2 hit points of damage.
What stinks?
Renoir.
Hey, at least you hit, like me.
All right, let's try casting this puppy here.
All right. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
You cast it, right? Did you click cast?
I think I might have to select a resource. I don't know what the heck it is. It's asking for a resource.
I wonder if it had you as casting it already. Let me do it here and see what happens. Oh, that's interesting. Why is it?
Well, there's a place to template bless area of effect and bless duration F. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to pick there. I just hit cast.
So yeah, so I don't know. All right, so it doesn't matter. We cast it. So essentially, what you want to do is you'll next do place the where it's at, and I'm placing it now, and I'm actually going to place it so it's like centered right on the beast. And so when I do that, you see the circle that it created, and it automatically selects all of the good guys that are in the circle. And then I say effect blessed, and now everybody in the circle has bless on them.
Yay.
All right. Woohoo.
Do we have to add that to our?
No, it should
rolls, or
no.
automatically.
Yeah, it should automatically add it to the rolls. But as we go back to the top of the order, the only thing I need to make sure, the only thing that sucks about this is when you're done, you have to go deselect everybody. Otherwise, when you go to attack, you'll hit them too.
All right, so now this is where I messed up last time. So I need to go to my character sheet.
Yep, go to combat and then the little dice
find
rolls.
the weapon.
Yep.
That's better.
Yeah. Apply. Yeah, that was horrible.
All right. And Byam'ba, you should be a 5 anyway, because it didn't apply. And I don't know why. I got to find out why it's not applying. For Byam'ba, it did a -1. Yeah, so it applied your ability's dex reaction, but it doesn't apply the extra bonus for the for Barbarian.
The Barbarians. Yeah.
So it shows you had an 8. You rolled a 9,
Roll
but
a 9.
yeah. So but it gave you an 8. So you should actually have 6. So you're actually still in the right spot anyway, because you're between the Centipede and Mulgar, 5 and 10. So you're still in a good spot. But I will double check and find out why it's not giving the additional Barbarian bonus. So regardless, Hub, you're up, good sir. Nice. Hub lashes out with his blade.
Not much for damage, am I?
Yeah.
Hey,
Well-
what's your hitting? Unlike me.
You're a halfling, though. You're a halfling. It's not doing that much. Renoir, technically, I'm not going to let you attack with your mace because this is the round when your bless was supposed to go off.
Okay,
So technically, it should not have allowed it last turn, but I did. But that's fine. So as the centipede goes, I am going to roll a 50-50 dice to see whether or not it goes after Hub or Renoir. 50 and less is Hub. And it goes after
I
Renoir.
have better armor class anyway.
Yeah, but you have a worse chance against poison. Oh, but I missed anyway.
That's right. That's right.
Hush your mouth. All right.
Work is a-
Byam'ba, you're up, sir.
Let's target it and see if we can hit.
Crit it.
Yes.
I've already had one crit.
That's
Fumble. It's a
Uh,
fumble.
It did. It said fumbled. It means you had a crit, natural 1. So we need to discuss if we want to. Do you only get 1 shot? I thought you got 2 shots with your arrows.
I do, but I mean, if you want to, because usually
No.
when somebody fumbles, it
No.
screws up both shots.
Nope, I don't have any charts, but I am going to probably put together some fumble charts or find some fumble charts that are pretty standard, and we can start using those. Losses of limbs, stuff like that.
Breaking. It's used.
Just as long as the hair doesn't leave the foot.
Anyway,
so I'm gonna take a second shot. Then.
yes, sir. Hey, he hits. 14 does hit.
Some damage.
3 hit points of damage. Nice.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
thing's got some serious hit points.
It does.
I'm
It's
going to hit it this time.
it's a 3 hit die creature.
I am going to hit it this time.
Okay.
I'm going to hit it.
He hits.
No, you're not.
Oh, you believe that?
Hey, roll.
That was fucking awesome. He had it was an 18 and rolled right back to a 4. I was here. Did you see me? I was leaning over, going, trying to get the dice to go.
That's exactly what I heard. Yeah.
That makes about my luck. All right, that's all I got.
All right, as we go back to the top of the order.
Give me some more rats. I can hit them.
This thing's only got an armor class 5. It's not like it's a huge thing. It's just big.
Should I try to change the modifier here? Just put -2 and see if that.
That would be a good way to do it until we can.
Oh, there you go. Puts me on the -2 initiative.
Yep.
Because I rolled a 1.
Yep. All right, Byam'ba, you're up.
Let's go back to combat and shoot this thing. Oh, I forgot to. It's already putting the modifier of the +1, right? So I don't have to worry about that.
Yes. As you hit.
All right. Let's do some damage.
Nice.
4 points
Nice.
of damage.
Did you
So,
target? Hang on.
I
You didn't.
target. Yeah, I forgot to target.
Hang on.
All right. I got it. Oh, that killed it? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yay!
As the final arrow does the little critter in, as you guys find yourselves once again standing in the ruins of this old house.
I'm going to look underneath that couch remains to see if this monstrous centipede had a lair with any items.
So you can see that there is a small nest of rotted furniture stuffing and old springs and wood chips and whatnot that forms kind of a nest. And you can see glittering from within this nested area.
I'm not going to stick my hand in there, DM, but I'm going to use my short sword and just kind of pry the stuffing out and things like that.
All right. So as you do that, you manage to recover 5 gold coins and a bracelet embedded with a sapphire. And there is some inscription on the underside.
Do I recognize the language?
Yeah, it's definitely common. It looks to be sorry, hang on a second. It looks to be like an inscription of, you've seen lots of jewelry in your lifetime and people always put inscriptions on it and stuff, but you also know that many jewelers put their own sort of signature script on it saying made by John Doe from such and such a place, or maybe the name of maybe the name of the person that did it, or in their initials or something like that. And you can see that this one specifically says the Gilded Anvil. And there's like a little marking to indicate, I don't want to say trademark, but maybe the initials of the jeweler that did it or something like that. But you can tell that it's small. It's not like really big. So it takes a little bit of viewing, although you have those. You have, by the way, I believe is it you that have the eyes of minute seeing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did have them.
Yeah, because you have been lending them out to people, but Hub does have eyes of minute seeing.
I had no idea.
Now you do. You guys found them down in a dungeon, and Hub has been taking them with him. I thought it was on your sheet, but if it's not,
it is not.
I'm looking in your. It may be.
We left them with Allustan to be identified, I thought.
That's right.
I don't know if we never got him back or not.
That may be why. Yeah, but you have.
No, we knew what those were. We left the glasses with them, but we kept the goggles.
Yeah, you left the sunglasses. Yeah, you left the sunglasses with them. So yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's because you had lent them to one of the other party. So maybe somebody other party member has it, but you have eyes of minute seeing, and that's what it takes really to investigate, because you have to get really up close, like bifocals, to kind of.
Well, I'd like to use them.
Well, that's what I said. That's what you see, that script that says the Gilded Anvil. So it's a script that indicates this piece of jewelry was made in some shop called the Gilded Anvil. And yeah, but that's the extent of it. Other than that, there's no other markings on it. So 5 gold coins and a gold bracelet with a ruby embedded on it, and it has the little script on it. For anybody,
I let the party know, hey, this is a special bracelet from the Gilded Anvil.
Sounds fancy.
Everybody give me
the gold coins in my pocket.
Okay. Give me let's go with a pickpockets check.
From who?
From Hub. You hear me, Hub?
I did hear you, but I didn't know you asked me to do something.
Yeah, give me a pickpockets check.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
to see whether or not somebody notices you dropping said coins into said pouch.
All right. Why did that not do it?
Hit it with a hammer. All right. So, Hub, you can now add 5 gold coins to your pouch as you distract everybody with the gold bracelet. You see him sort of hold up this gold bracelet saying the Gilded Anvil. And I would like both Hub and Modred to give me an intelligence check, please.
Modred is not there.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Hub? Okay, cool. Yeah, you don't recognize the place, Hub, unfortunately. But you recognize it's the name of a jeweler, but you don't recognize any place about it or anything like that. So,
All right.
So-
Starting to realize
I'm going to
that
open the door to the study.
okay. What are you saying, Renoir?
I was going to say, I'm starting to realize why Renoir is so broke.
Why is that? All right.
Well,
So
we
you-
never have divvied out all the gold and stuff, have we?
That's what he was saying before. So that's something we may want to do at the end of this session. We'll handle that, I think. So you walk into the study, and it is much as in disarray and destruction as the rest of the place. You can see that there is an oblong sort of section taken out of the northwest corner, and you can see that the ceiling is kind of sloped from right to left where that half wall is, and you can tell obviously that is the back side of the stairs that go upstairs from the kitchen. So does that make sense? So that whole area coming from the kitchen.
I want to search right here to see if there's maybe stairs going down, because if there's stairs going up, there could be stairs going down, right, underneath it.
I'm sure, absolutely. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me a search check. Anybody else wants to join to give a search check may do so. So, searching around, Mulgar, you going to search? I didn't see you do a search.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't roll.
There we go. Yep, no worries. We got you now. So as you guys search around, you don't really find anything stairs-wise. However, interestingly, while most of the books in here are destroyed and the pages pretty much illegible and torn and whatnot, Byam'ba, you do find what appears to be an old ledger that's got a couple scraps of visible paper in it. And apparently it was a ledger for the mine behind this house. Apparently there was some sort of, it at one time dealt in copper, but it's nothing even regarding the name of it or whatever. It's just some dates dated like 10 years ago and longer that talk about, we got 100 pounds of ore today or 500 pounds of ore, whatever, right? Just some inklings on stuff. But other than that, you guys find nothing really of value in this completely destroyed and rotted room.
All right, let's go up the stairs then. Unless anybody else wants to do something else.
I'll pocket that and go up with everybody else.
Okay.
Don't worry about the dead rats.
I let the fellas know I'm at half strength after that centipede mauled me.
Okay.
I can give them first aid. I got the kit now.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that'll give 'em
Byam'ba, why don't
that'll give
yeah,
them
what-
1 hit point, and they'll
Why-
gain
why-
double the tomorrow.
yeah, why don't you do that and we'll see how bad he is after that, and if so, I'll cast a spell as well.
Hey, DM, does Hal have a healing potion?
Does who?
Hob, does he got a healing potion?
You mean Hub?
We all get a healing potion?
I do have one healing potion.
Yes. You do have one healing potion. It is in your belt pouch, I believe.
We probably ought to save those for emergencies when somebody goes down, though. I mean,
Uh,
Grimoire, can you cast a cure on him?
So I have just given him one.
Yes, sir.
I just gave you one hit point hub from the healing kit provided by Byam'ba. Byam'ba, if you would, there has to be some way for you to track how many uses your healing kit has. Each healing kit has 10 uses. So, however,
write something on there.
Yeah, you can.
Did you actually add it to my my equipment?
I thought we had done that.
I've got it on my paper character, but I don't have it on my.
Yeah, give me just a second. Oh, interesting. It doesn't have any sort of normal gear for healing. See if I can just, I can't even do kit. That's pretty shitty. I'm going to look and see. I may have to build it.
You could do like a regular weapon DM and then make it an ammo and then put 10 on it. Yeah.
So we can definitely do that. So why don't we do that? I'm going to, until I can build the healing kit for you, but just track it manually for now. I'm not going to worry about it. That's a great idea to hub, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build the healing kit, and then I'll give it to him. It'll have 0 weight, and then we'll just give it like 10 of them, and then every time he uses it, he just takes off one. So anyway, as you guys go and you head up the stairs, at the top of the stairs, you find that there are 3 doors. One ahead, one to the right, and one to the left. But before we go anywhere, we're going to take a break. Because that's what I love. All righty. All right, we're going to take us a quick break, folks. Hopefully you'll hang with us as we... Holy cow. That is awful loud. Sorry. I was in my headphones. It's really, really loud. It's like, what the hell just happened? But yeah, we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Everybody go refresh themselves, get your drinks, do whatever you need to do, and we will be back. Appreciate you guys hanging with us. See you shortly. And we are
Sean, what's the
back. Odds of what?
Of us finding a secret entrance to that other mine through that.
I think your mic's having an issue there, brother. I know you mentioned earlier you're having mic problems. If you're talking about having some sort of a hidden entrance into the other mine from your mine, that is a perfectly feasible. Yes. That is a perfectly feasible thing to attempt. I never place odds on anything though. The way you guys roll dice, yeah, no.
Good idea though.
Yeah, no, absolutely for real. Yep, absolutely for real. The mine is probably a few hundred feet out the back of this house, set into the hill. When Mulgar and Byam'ba went to check it out before, it went in for a little bit, and then it looked like it had been completely collapsed. But yeah, absolutely, you could go look and see.
Hey, can you hear me better now?
Yes, sir. You are 5x5.
Okay.
And I'll have you know that every DM I've ever played with has loved my dice rolls.
Yeah. I'm not saying I don't love them. I'm just saying the way you guys roll, I don't make any assumptions about anything. So, yeah. And in my face-to-face game, they hate my dice rolls because my green dice, I had 5 or 6 nat 20s in my last game last Thursday. So they were not happy. Yeah. So
I had a vampire GM, and he rolled these purple dice. Black and purple.
Yeah.
If he rolled those dice, we called them the death dice because he killed characters with them all the time.
I like it. All right. For those that weren't with us, which I doubt any of you were not with us because you all waited with bated breath for us to return. Our party, everybody except for the wizard, has elected to go upstairs. Modred, I don't have you on the map. Can you see the map at all? Or no, I don't think so because I don't think I put you on the map. But I'm going to put you.
See it at all.
All right, I'm going to put you on the map just because that's how I roll. And I'm going to put you here. And let me do this. Dun, dun, dun. As the fog of war is reset. Okay, cool. All right, so you are there, but you're not there. You are there in spirit only, so to speak. So when last we left, our party investigated downstairs, had a little instigation with a rather large centipede, and they defeated that, although Hub did take a little bit of a licking there. But at the top of these stairs, as I said, you can see there are 3 doors leading into the upstairs chamber of the room, or of the house, or the upstairs floor, I should say, of the house. And
I think sneaking around is out. We've had 3 combats in this house, so anything here is going to know we're here.
Well, I'm just curious. Is there any obvious more heavily used door than the others, or do they all look about the same?
They are all the same, and to be honest, they're all pretty bad shape. The frames are warped. The door, you could see gaps at one side. They're kind of leaning in, so it's not like they're even any kind of.
What are these silver things like these?
That's supposed to be where the hinges are.
Ring cameras.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're ring cams.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The door's straight ahead of us. I want to peek in since you said it's all warped.
All right, we'll have arrows ready just in case, and we can shoot straight in if need be. So we'll get initial shots.
Okay. Give me just a second. I am double checking to make sure that.
Modred, you got the cat safe?
All right, cool.
What?
So.
You got your kitty safe?
I didn't bring the cat along with us.
Cat's with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just making sure it's safe. I'm just
All right. So I had to look up something really quick, but now I'm back. So go ahead and restate that question. I think it was Byam'ba you asked.
Oh, I was just saying that we have arrows notched and ready for when he opens the door. If something should spring out, we should get an initial hit on it.
Okay, so which
I
door are
was
we
gonna
opening?
Open the door. I was gonna peek since it's warped.
Oh, okay.
Which door are you
But I
peeking
can
through?
open it if you want.
Which door you want to peek
Straight
through?
ahead. Since you
Okay.
said it's all warped, I'm gonna kind of peek and see if I can see anything.
You can see inside slightly, but what you do see is essentially a completely bare room with nothing but detritus and destroyed stuff everywhere. But you can see there's a ladder going up to the roof. You can't see like what's up there. So you open the door, and inside.
Yeah, I opened the door.
Inside, you can see exactly as I described, two rather large piles of detritus laying to the east and to the west. Just to the left of the door, you can see there is a ladder going up to the ceiling.
What's going to come out of the piles is the question.
I don't know, but I'm just moving Hub over there just so that everybody can see on the map. And now we can move Hub back.
Okay.
I just
All right,
want
I'll step in the room. Get
Okay. Okay. You step into the room, and unfortunately, nothing attacks you.
Oh, excellent.
All right.
I'm going to go in there and try and hide in shadow, DM.
Okay, go ahead and give me a hide and shadow check, please, sir.
Your feet are going to get dirty hiding in that room.
All right, as
Good to go.
he's outside.
He disappeared for a second. I
Um,
want him there so he can go pee on dude when he finds him from hiding in shadows.
all right. Hub, if you want, we can talk about. Have you ever used the macro bar at the bottom of the VTT?
I've got my weapons in it right now.
Okay.
Maybe I should add some
I was gonna say I didn't know if you had used it before, but you can drag. All you have to do is click on your skill and drag it down and drop it in there, and then it will be available there as well. So I know a lot of people have an issue trying to open their character sheet and find stuff. So if that's faster for you, however you want to do it's fine. But I just thought I would give you the option.
No, I'm loading some things in right now. Thanks, Ian.
Yep. As you look about the room, as I said, you see two rather large piles of trash and detritus. Looks like stuff has been pushed there, like maybe somebody has been up here in the past. And to that extent, just to the left of the ladder, it looks like the floor itself has been burned at one point. Like there was a small fire burning here at one point, as if somebody was up here in the attic using it as a camp out. And they created a small little fire there to keep themselves warm, maybe. But other than that, the room itself looks rather empty and void of anything. There are no windows or anything up here showing outside. And as I said, there is a ladder leading up to a hatch in the roof.
Does the ladder feel stable?
It's pretty rotten looking. The rungs are for the most part intact, but it does look like old. Like if you chopped off a branch from a tree and let it sit for a long time, how it gets that kind of white ashy kind of looking to it as being dead for a while. And then a lot of times in the woods, if you see trees have fallen over and they've got that sort of white kind of look, and then when you open it, you break them apart because the wood's all rotted. That's kind of what it looks like a pale kind of a wood. But again, all the rungs are intact, but your suspicion is that it might hold, but probably not a whole bunch of weight. Maybe a halfling's weight, but
how high is the ceiling?
The ceilings themselves are a total of 10 feet high, but you can see there are a couple of rafters at about the 8-foot level. That rafters run across the ceiling.
Any chance you'd be willing to go up there if I boost you up?
You know, I'm going to have to break out of my shadow, but yeah, I can certainly climb up there. That's what us halflings do. And it'll give you guys all a good chance to stare at my feet at eye level so you can stop looking down the whole time.
Well, Doggy is now kind of upset because he had his leg lifted and he was just about to pee on those. And now you pulled him away.
All right, Hub, give me a, just go ahead and, don't even have to give me a climb check. Hub, you easily climb up, but even your weight causes the ladder to creak and one of the rungs breaks as you get toward the top. But the rest of the rungs seem to hold fairly steadily, even though, as I said, the wood gives the appearance that it's kind of rotten. It's a little stronger than you would have taken. But you get to the top, and I need for you to give me a bend bars lift gates check, please.
Excellent. The one thing I didn't add to my bar.
Actually, I'm going to say give me an open doors, not a bend bars. So it's, if you roll a d6, you get a 1 or a 2. It works. Unfortunately, it's, for however long this thing has been here, weather worn, whatever the case may be, the hatch just doesn't want to give way, and it's like stuck in place. So unfortunately, Hub is unable to force the hatch open. But you do know, based on the sloping of the ceiling up here, that this hatch does lead to the roof of the building.
Does it look locked, DM?
It does not look locked to you. You saw it budge just a slight, but just it's not enough. You're not strong enough to force it away. Maybe it's snow covered or rusted, or the wood kind of swelled because of the wetness, and it caused it that sort of a lock between two pieces of wood. One of them swelled into place. Happens very often with doors in a door frame, but in this case, it's the hatch itself is like swollen in place, so you're not strong enough to get it to release.
Right. Well, I am only 2.5 feet tall. I'm all foot and eyeballs, so I'm going to climb down, DM, and let the guys know, hey, I don't have enough, I don't have any of these Arnold Schwarzenegger muscles to push that latch open. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, I guess if it goes to the roof, I guess we're not that concerned, are we? We want to try another door, or do we want to try to get up there?
Eventually, we can go up there. I would like to run Doggatoo through here and just see if there's anything living. He can sniff it out.
Okay, yeah, Doggatoo detects nothing in here as he sniffs around, although he does scratch at some things, and you do find animal droppings, like maybe rats or birds or something like that at one point was up here. But yeah, other than that, nothing.
Nothing currently.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's go
Let's go this way.
Which way do you want to go? Pick a direction.
Go left. Always exit stays left.
Okay, I'm going to try to peek at this door.
All right, inside on the other side, again, you could see what appears to be just another thrashed, rather large room.
All right, I'll open the door. I'll
Okay.
take a step in.
This room appears to take up probably the whole half of the house on this side.
Oh wow, we can't see anything. We go in and it's still black.
Bummer.
I can see.
Yeah, I can see.
I
can only see
That's-
it on Twitch.
Well, that's because you don't have night vision.
Infravision?
It's dark.
Ah.
So anyway, this room is completely thrashed. You can see that there is a couple of windows that lead out. One right here and one right here that overlook the downstairs. So in the sitting room where you guys, or where you fought the snake, where the fireplace is, that's actually a room that extends off the side of the house. So this house itself is kind of square or slightly rectangular, but off to the west, there's actually, you can look out the window and you can see the roof outside. So I'm going to drag Hub out there just for a second so everybody can see. So you can kind of see outside the house where Hub just was. You can see the roof for downstairs, and you can see the chimney at the far side where that's leading outside. Again, so you can see that roof. You're above it because it's only one floor down there. But other than that, the room is completely thrashed with broken furniture. Looks to be at one time maybe a bedroom of some kind. Down here in the southeastern corner, you can see this used to be a small closet, but the doors have long since been ripped off the closet, leaving it just an open space, little 5x10 space. Other than that, the room itself is void of anything.
Do those windows open, DM?
So the windows themselves are actually broken. And so can they open and close? You don't know. Maybe if you want to give it a try, you can.
Well, here's my goal. I'm thinking I'd like to go out there and at least look at the cap of that fireplace and then, look down into it if possible.
Okay. So the window itself does slide open. And if you give me a climb walls, you'll be able to climb down to the roof because you're about probably 3, 4, 5 feet above the actual roof. But you managed to climb down on top of it and work your way over to the chimney. You can see that at one time this chimney was in heavy use. There's a lot of heavy soot buildup up top, even though it's fairly covered in snow around right now. But yeah, other than that, you don't see any. That's the chimney where the snake at one time lived. It probably came in through up here long ago. But right now,
was there a body in there too?
There was a halfling body in there, but you guys pulled the body out of the chimney and robbed it and just left it downstairs.
All right.
Tactically acquired. Okay.
Again, I'll run Dogatu through here.
I need another climb walls check for you, please, Hub. Oh, as you begin to climb up, the snow and the wetness of the wood cause some of the wood to give way. Hub, you lose your grip and you fall back down onto the roof. I need a dexterity check, please, to see if you're able to catch yourself before you go tumbling off the roof. You manage to, right at the edge, you manage to catch yourself and you're dangling from the awning or the edge of the roof right there. I am going to need another successful climb walls from you, please. One more time, if you don't mind. You manage to catch yourself and scamper your way back up to get into the window. Fortunately, you didn't fall off the roof, and you managed to avoid any serious damage other than your pride as you climb back into the window to see Dogatu sniffing around and finding nothing of value or interest, at least to a wolf, a wolf dog. Doesn't find anything interested to him in there.
All right, let's try the last one then.
Well, any chance of just moving some of that refuse without? I don't want to put my hands or feet in there, but using like the blade of my short sword, DM,
sure,
to move some of that stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a search check.
I'll do the same, but I'll use my bow.
Okay, go ahead and give me a search check for you as well.
Yep, I'll poke around with my staff.
Okay, give me a search check.
All right. Everybody else, all the kill kids are doing it. I'll do it too.
Okay. Yeah, Mulgar, just waiting on you. Yeah, a search around pretty much vindicates Dogatu in that there is nothing there of value, not only to a wolfhound, but to the rest of you as well.
I'm going to peek through the door before I answer.
Once again, another large room. Looks to be maybe some sort of a bedroom of some kind. Other than that,
I'll enter then.
okay. So inside, you see this large room. Dogatu immediately starts whining, and as he does, bursting out of the refuse right before you is another one of those rather large centipedes.
Deadly centipede.
I'll Dogatu back. I don't want him nipping at it.
All right. Let us all roll for initiative. All right. As the creature bursts out, it comes rushing out right at Byam'ba.
Is Renoir not with us?
Yeah, I wasn't smart enough to move my guy, so now I got to do it manually in combat. Woohoo!
Yeah. I moved.
Thanks, Sean.
Yep. I'm going to just put you right behind Hub there. All right. As it comes scampering out, coming after Byam'ba. As he hits Byam'ba with a crit.
Are you serious? What in the hell?
As he suffers 6 hit points of damage, and I need, if you would be so kind, as a saving throw versus poison, please.
Let's see where I get to do that at. Saving throw versus poison. I'm supposed to get bonuses for this.
Yeah, there was another spell I could have taken that would have been useful here, but I did not.
All right. Let me look at my character. It's supposed to be a bonus versus poison, +4 versus poison.
It should already be included in your. Pretty sure I've got it included in your.
If not, though, we'll look.
I am going to look right here. Somewhere in here, I have a thing for barbarian ability. Maybe it's under effects. Barbarian save bonuses. It has poison, everything. Yep, poison 4, paralyzation 3, death saving throw, petrification, and polymorph 3. Save versus wad, staff, and wand is 2. So yeah, it should automatically. Actually, I think, I'm not sure, but I think when it does that, it automatically changes your target on your sheet. But regardless, the 4 is applied. So it's either going to add it to your roll, or it's already figured it in when it shows what you need to get. So right now you need for poison you need a 13.
That's 13.
Right.
That seems kind of high for a 3rd level. I could
Well,
be wrong.
hang on. We can always look.
I saved. I success.
Yeah. So you got it anyway. So yeah. So it added the +4 as part of the roll. So yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. All right. So as it bites into you, you're like, oh, you feel the fangs burst in, and you feel the oof of the poison as it injects from its poison sac into you, and you realize that you escaped by the skin of your teeth, literally. Byam'ba, you're up.
All right. I was going to use my bow, Can I still shoot at this?
So
range, or is
I
this
am
too
going
close,
to
right?
I am going to say that since you had your bow and it rushed at you, I'll let you change your weapon, because as it's coming at you, you realize you're not going to get the bow off, and you elect to choose your
Right.
blade.
So I'll just drop the bow and then
Yeah.
pull my sword.
That's fine. I will allow that just because I'm easygoing like that.
No Legolas.
What's that? No Legolas, yeah. Or you can jump up on top of Mulgar and shoot from high above as your blade hits.
How big is it?
It is a medium
not a lot?
creature. Yeah, it's a medium creature, so it's 2d4. It's about, like I said, about 6 feet long, give or take. I love it.
So 2 points. of
2
damage.
ones.
Yay.
I love it.
Jeez.
And I don't think you targeted it either, did you? Yeah.
I can't even see it.
That's interesting that you can't see it.
You want me to refresh?
No, I can't see anything either.
Well, let me. All right, before we do that, let me do this. Let me go here. Do this.
There, now I can see it.
Yeah, because I just I added a light. I added light to it. Oh shit! All right, so you guys can see it now.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you didn't target it, so I have to manually take off the 2 hit points. It's weird.
Or I can roll it again. It's fine.
No, it's fine. We got you. We're good. I appreciate it, though. All right. Renoir, you hear cries of surprise from inside as there is some sort of a scuffle going on in there.
I'm going to try to move up, so I believe I can move 2.
You can move 2 squares, and it's actually...
I'm not sure it puts me in melee range. Oh, he's actually...
Yeah, he was actually right there. I moved him back so that to make sure to see if that was what was the cause.
All right, in that case, I will take a swing.
As you hit.
Oh, yeah.
Hit.
Look at you guys, man. Where have you guys been my whole life?
Certainly is not normal for me.
Nice. Nice. As 5 points of bludgeoning. Whoa, hang on a second. Hang on. What's this? 7? No, that's not right. And 24. Let's see, you did 5, you did 2, so that's 7. I don't know how the heck that happened, but okay, cool. All right, is that it for you, Renoir?
Yes, sir. He probably has 8.
Hairy feet. Hairy feet, you are up.
All right, DM. Well, I'm gonna move. Oh, that's 20 foot. I thought that was gonna be 10 foot. Well, DM, let me ask
you
if
could
I
probably
moved to right here, and then into this corner. Maybe next round I can fire some darts at it.
So if you move 10 feet, you can do the darts from wherever you want. So, like there.
Well, if I go from back there, I've got them, all the parties in between me and it.
So you can get to right here.
Oh,
Right?
yes.
And then you can do your darts from there if you would like.
Darting.
Darting eye. As the first dart, as you get in there, it's slightly off target, flying past the creature, twing, sticking into. As the second one as well, sticks into the wall behind it. Third one sticks into the wall behind it. So you've now got 3 darts sticking in the wall behind the centipede, unfortunately not doing any damage. Mulgar, you are up.
Reminds me of my Uncle Rick when he had hit in the forehead.
All right, I'm going to take 1 step over so I can get a little better shot with my bow.
Okay.
And
I don't think it's going to matter, but...
no, it probably isn't. Is my bow not on my... Oh, my bow's not on my... Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me.
First shot misses.
All right, that's a big shocking surprise.
As the second one hits, look at you.
Oh, look at that.
Look at
at
you.
that.
Holy
Nice.
cow.
I actually hit something.
Ooh, for good damage too. 5 damage.
Yes.
Nice. As we go back to the top of the order. Ooh, Centipede's got it. Very nicely done, gents. Just waiting on the elf.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
That's all right, dude. I'm just messing. Well, God, we waited on you, Mr. 1, Mr. 0. All right, Hub, you are up.
Throwing my last 2 darts, DM.
Roger that.
You are hitting him with your last 2 darts. You mean?
Hey, as one of the darts hits. Hits with a 19. Two hit points of piercing damage. Nice. As we move over to Mulgar, who now feeling confident with his last hit is now going to say, I can hit him.
Yes.
Or not.
All right. Fair enough. Let's fire again.
Need to change your dice is what you need to do. Oh, second arrow misses as well. Wenwa.
That was good shooting.
All right, smashy smash time with the mace here.
Or not.
Yeah. So how far am I off on that?
You missed by 5.
Oh, yeah, that's not worth it.
Okay.
Which probably means we'll get poisoned and die, but you know.
As the centipede goes, 50 or less is Renoir, 51 and above is Byam'ba. He goes after Renoir.
Woohoo-ish.
As he misses, it leaps at you, trying to bite through, but it finds nothing but solid metal as its fangs trying to pierce your armor of Byam'ba.
Sean, have you been using my dice tonight?
Have I what? No.
Try.
No.
Kill it.
Oh.
What's that I missed by? I didn't see it.
You it says you target armor class 5 and you hit armor class 11, so you missed by 6.
That's too much, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it putting the bless in there as well?
The blesses, there's no bless.
No, that was the last combat.
Yeah.
Oh, we're really not. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I missed.
All right, as we go back to the top of the order, let's see what we can do this time.
Here, here.
Nice. All right.
Well, that time for 6.
Byam'ba, you are up, sir.
Kill it.
Let's try.
Nice.
Woohoo!
You slam into the beast. No, 8 hit points of damage. Slam. If only he would have targeted the creature.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Unfortunately, no damage is done since you never targeted it. You hit the floor behind it. Just kidding. Yeah, just kidding. All right. As the creature remains, Hub.
Is it running?
It's not running. Sorry, I just moved it back because I couldn't tell if it was targeted by Byam'ba or not. So I had on my view, his token slightly covering it, so I couldn't tell. As Hub swings and a miss. Renoir.
All right, let's give it a good old swingy swing. Wah, wah, wah.
as he misses.
There's the
Crack
roll
Byam'ba
I
and
know.
Ed.
Yep. As he swings his mace and Colcax his partner. As the centipede goes, once again, going to roll a D100. This time, 33 or less is Hub. 34 to 66 is Renoir. 66 to 99 is
Byam'ba.
Byam'ba. And on a 100, it's going to try to scoot around Byam'ba and attack Mulgar. And that will give you guys opportunity attacks, at least 2 of you. I rolled a 23 as it's going after Hub.
Centipedes like halflings.
I guess so.
It's the
Easy
feet.
to digest.
As he misses Hub. Mulgar.
Oh, I'm killing. Oh, what happened there? Oh,
Make
something
sure you target it.
There it goes. Yep. Okay.
Oh my God, come on. Seriously.
I cannot hit anything.
Oh, a crit! Nope, sorry. It's not a crit. It's a 13, but it does hit.
I'll take it.
Yes. As you manage to finally completely finish off the beast with your arrows, leaving you guys...
Is there
What?
Can I get any of my arrows back?
So the rule that I have is just like anywhere else. At the end of combat, you can get back 50% of your arrows,
Okay.
and you
So
can
what
get
about darts?
all of the darts up here. I'm going to say you get back because they are stuck in the wood or whatever the case may be. So they're not as difficult to retrieve. But yes, it kind of, in a lot of times, it does kind of follow the same kind of rules for ammunition where you get 50% back. But here I'm going to, you know what? Screw it. Mulgar, go ahead and retrieve all your arrows because there's all the trash and stuff up here, and it's just wood where if you miss, it's just going to stick into the wood. So I'll let you guys for this time. But for the most part, it's 50% of your ammo gets retrievable. As you guys look around, you find that the beast came out from underneath this pile here, but the rest of the room is trashed. But you can see that there is a door leading out of this room. Hub, give me a hear noise check. Okay. Okay, what is your target is 15? Yeah, okay, yeah, you missed by a lot. Okay. All right, cool. So you guys huffing, puffing, breathing, thanking the gods that the poison didn't take you down like you've seen so many people fall. This room is completely trashed. It looks like, once again, it was once a fine bedroom of sorts. But now everything's destroyed. Broken windows with tattered curtains hanging over them. 2 windows here overlooking the outside. Down below on the south window, down below looking out, you can see the stairs going down into the basement area, a root cellar, if you will. But other than that,
there's a search.
Okay.
Yeah, I use my stone staff to search around this pile that the thing came out.
Okay. Go ahead and give your search check if you would. So you search about this place, and while everything is completely trashed, Mulgar, you actually find a silvered hand mirror that appears to be in decent shape. The mirror itself is actually still intact. The handle and the base itself looks to be completely crafted from fine filigree silver. It's actually, the frame itself is made of a very solid wood that is not decayed or deteriorated hardly at all. But there is fine filigree inlays. And so you'd probably estimate you could probably sell this for like 10 gold to somebody in a store somewhere, or maybe a collect. I don't want to say a collector because it doesn't appear to be anything collectible, but maybe at a market somewhere or whatever, people selling trinkets and other stuff, you might be able to pawn it off to them for some money.
Is there a door at the end of this?
Is there a what?
Is there a door at the end of this room?
Yes, right down here in the middle of the south wall, you can see that there is a door leading out.
Mulgar, that looks like the foot grooming mirror that I misplaced.
I'll hand it to you.
All right. You open the door. Mulgar, give me a petrification saving throw, please.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, the mirror. I should have. Well, let's see. Where is it? Petrification. Come on, come on.
Who's hiding a basilisk up here?
Yeah, Medusa.
So as you open the door, you can see that there is a dusting of snow and crystallized formations of ice in this room. And immediately as you open it, this breeze kind of hits you that you can feel the outside in this room.
Oh. Okay, I don't think I want to enter this then.
It's like a porch, right?
Well, yeah, it's like cold in here, but you can see there's a roof over the top, Mulgar. As you look up right inside the door, you can see this place is supposed to be enclosed, but there's a dusting of snow and a cold breeze that sort of hits you when you open the door.
I want to step back. Can I have that mirror again?
Absolutely.
I'm going to come over here and I'm going to look in the mirror backwards behind me.
Like in which direction? Sorry.
This way, over into the porched room. I'm going to kind of look in the. I'm sorry. The mirror is in the room we're in. And then I'm looking back, like just kind of see if I can see anything through the mirror.
Well, no, I mean you're looking in the same area that you can see right here. Okay. Like if you want to like stick the mirror in and turn it this way and that way to see what might be to the left and right. Okay.
Yeah, let's try that. Yeah.
All right. As you sort of put the thing in, you immediately can see light coming from down the end of the room far to the right. And as you sort of turn and tilt it a little bit toward the roof, you could see that there's another ladder leading up to a hatch. Only up here, this hatch on this side of the roof appears to be open or maybe even missing. And you can see in the rafters, there is several large nests with bat-like birds with very long proboscises sitting up, flapping their wings and flapping around from side to side. Like I said, they look like a long, thin nose. Like they have these long, sharp, sort of pointed beaks, but it looks more like a long, pointy nose. And they're leathery-looking birds that have nests on the far end, far to the western side, up in the rafters.
I'm going to step back and tell everybody what I saw.
Have we seen these things before?
No.
Close the door.
Are you going to bed, Sleepy? Are you going to Sleepy? You ready? Okay. Good night, my love.
They sound dangerous.
I love you, honey.
I love you too, honey. Okay. Good night. All right. What do we want to do, gents?
How many of them are there?
Give me, I think Mulgar, I need to get a, let me think. give me another petrification saving throw.
This one I'm going to make, though. Or not.
You know there's at least 3, but you think there might be more. But as quickly as you looked and pulled back, you know there's at least 3.
Okay.
We don't know what these things are, though.
You've never seen them. There's no way to do a nature check, but what's the barbarian skills for like nature and stuff like that? What does he have available?
He runs as a 3rd level druid.
Okay, so give me just do a wisdom check for me, please.
Hey, DM, I bet
Sorry, Hub.
we don't have a woodland barbarian. We have a ghetto barbarian. He's all about the hood.
Yeah, if only we had a Ronnie Noblight. Yeah, unfortunately, you've never encountered anything like this in the wild, so you are unsure of what these strange, featherless, leather-looking birds with long, thin noses could be.
Was there a 3% negative on that?
No. It just rolled a d20. It says you failed by 3. You needed a 13.
Sorry, 16.
Yeah, you rolled a 16, but you needed a 13.
Like, why did
I wouldn't know what these are from the living in the forest. They're not a forest thing.
They can be a forest thing. Trying to not like make it where. What do I want to? You know what? Being a ranger, I'm going to say, yeah, go ahead and give me a wisdom check, please, to see.
Okay.
Yeah. What a time to crit.
I know, right? I hate that.
That's funny.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yep. Yeah, I do. Yeah. So again, you've never seen or know of these things. Unfortunately, even your vast woodland experience gives you no indication of what these things are.
How big were they?
Probably the size of a large raven, maybe a little bigger.
Seems to me if we want to inhabit this house, we can't have some infestation upstairs in the attic.
Well, how about we go through the door, you guys charge the nest, and me and Mulgar will sit back here and chuck arrows at him.
We could do that. I do have the ability to cast aid beforehand, right before we charge in, which may give us a little bit of an advantage. No say. How far are they away? Do we know?
Let's see. Each one of these is, yeah. So roughly 10, 20, 30, probably about 40 or 50 feet away.
Yeah, we might have to, range. We might have, I don't know if that's in range of the spell. I always forget that. It's, I think, 3 and then the double quotes.
Yeah, if it's, three double quotes, that is. Now you don't have that memorized or set up, so you got chant, which is
chant.
yeah. So it's a 30-foot radius centered on you. So so it will move with you.
Okay, gotcha. Why don't we do this? I'll cast chant and then we'll rush him, and that will give us a little better to hit. And we'll give
question.
What's that?
Does the floor look okay? Because if there's snow and water, is that floor going to fall on us? Does it look solid?
I don't know. You closed the door. So it was just a light dusting of snow and ice crystals and stuff on the floor. So you're not sure what condition the floor itself is in, because that was not done until just now. So we're going to still follow the same plan?
I can't risk attacking with my hairy feet these bird-like monsters. I'd love to stand in the back and throw darts at them, though.
Totally up.
Do you think we could get them to come towards the door if we threw some food or something?
Maybe.
How about the bloody centipede? Chop it up,
That'll
check
work.
it in.
That's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's chop it up, and then we'll open the door and we'll toss the centipede right there.
Yeah. Then should we?
Get our.
I guess the
our
question
get
is,
our-
should I cast this chant or not? It does have a limited, I think a limited time on it.
You guys tell me what you want to do. Running short on time.
I'm getting my bow ready.
Oh, I know what the problem is. I've got to stay out of combat when I cast this, and you guys get the benefit.
Go for it. Why not?
All right, so I'll cast chant.
All right, so we'll do that when we get into combat. We'll let you go first, and then we'll roll into actual combat, if that makes sense. I'm going to do this, though, really quick. All right, so as you guys...
That's what I thought they were.
Yep.
That's what they were.
As you chuck the food or the centipede in there, you hear screeches, not squawks, but more like screeches, like a high-pitched sort of a screech, as the bird things come flying your direction.
Good. I'd rather find him in here.
Well, they're coming to the meat. We're gonna have to shoot them through the door.
All right, everybody roll initiative. Everybody roll initiative.
That's a lot more than 3, DM.
Yeah, there is a lot more than 3. I'm sorry. I said that's what it looked like it was about. All right. We are going to go down. Renoir, go ahead and cast your spell, sir.
All right.
So cast.
All right. It's got
Okay.
like 10,000 different options.
Yep.
here.
So go at the bottom and do cast chant aura version.
All right. Allied can't buffs.
Uh,
Can't debuffs. It should be both according to the AD&Ds.
Yeah, but I think we could do them both, right? So go ahead and do cast first.
Apparently, I need a target, so do I need to select everybody? Or do I
Just
select myself?
target yourself.
What's the special key combination to target myself? I'm sorry, guys.
You should be able to just like double right click or double left click. I forget what you did. Well,
Yeah,
it looks
the
like
double right-click.
it selected everybody. That's kind of funny.
It did it.
That was me.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sorry. Gotcha.
Yeah, it just brings up the token Renoir thing when I double right click.
All right. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to cast. Boom. You cast. All right. Now, see if you can place a template. See if it'll let you place a friendly AoE template first.
No, still says need to target to apply first.
All right. I am going to do this. And then I am going to do this. And then I'm going to this. And then I am going to do this. All right. That is all.
I was going to say I should probably move up too to make it more targeting them as well.
They already did. That's already has them targeted.
Okay.
Yep. So when you place so what you do is you, I don't know why it wouldn't let you do it to yourself, but you select, you cast it, and then you place the good guy template, and then you place the bad guy template. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to move it. I think probably what I did wrong is it had the cast it as an aura, which means whenever you move, it'll move with you. But what I did is I just casted the circle that put all the good guys in it, and then I dropped the circle that had all the bad guys in it, and then we're good to go. Because I don't really think anybody's going to be outside this circle, to be honest with you.
All right, I'll just move here just so that it's
Yep.
where I should be for everybody to be in it.
Yeah. All right, as we go back to the top of the order, I apologize, folks. Go ahead and re-roll for initiative.
What a great roll.
Yeah, I'm just rolling a d10 because I'm not doing anything besides keeping the spell down.
Okay. So what you want to do, Renoir, is on the VTT on the combat tab. There you go.
Yep, I got it.
Thank you, sir. All right. As the first Stirge comes flying in and attacks Modred. Oh, wait, Modred's not there. As he comes in to attack, our priest.
I did move up there.
As he goes to bite into you, watch as his proboscis strikes into your metal and leaves a dent in your armor. That's how strong this thing's nose is. Byam'ba.
Okay, let's see if I can hit one.
You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. You could probably.
One right in front there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many you can actually see based on your sheet, but yep.
All right,
Yeah, getting away from me would probably be good.
Let's see if I can hit. What am I doing? There we go. That's a miss.
That's first.
Let me try again.
And it's funny too because they only have an armor class 8.
Really?
Yep.
That's
Another miss. Yep.
What? I rolled an 8 and 9. No, it's 6. So.
Yep. 6 plus 1 and a 6 plus 1, so 2 7s. Yep. Interesting. Okay. Cool. All right, Renoir, you are just standing there. You can't do anything while you're chanting. Is that the correct?
Basically, maintain concentration, basically.
Okay, cool. All right. As the Stirge comes flying in, and he goes after Hub. As the Stirge hits Hub. As Hub suffers 3 hit points of piercing damage, and Hub now is effectively being blood drained. So every round, as you guys watch, as this thing swoops into Hub, Hub tries to fend it off, but its proboscis pierces through his leather armor right into his upper shoulder, crying out in pain as this thing now sticks to Hub, and it no longer has to attack. It is going to do automatic blood drain every round until killed or removed. In order to remove it, you have to roll an attack to hit, and but instead of like attacking it, Hub, you actually have to grab it and use your attack to pull it off you, and then it will allow you to no longer be auto blood drained, but that will be in effect your attack, as opposed to you can't attack it with like your blade. Does that make sense?
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Can I just attack it normally?
Yeah, you can attack and hit it. However, 50% of the damage that you do to something that's on somebody, although you hit the creature, it takes full damage. The creature that is stuck to will take half that damage. So Hub, you are
All
up.
right, DM, I want to try and pull this thing out of me. I wonder if I just hit the brawl or grapple, if that would work.
Either one. You can do just a sword attack if you want. We'll just adjust it for the pluses on your sword, or a dagger attack. Same thing if you want. You can do that. Unfortunately, though, as you go to grab a hold of it, well, you didn't target it, Hub. So Well, you rolled
anyway.
Yeah, you rolled a 4. I was going to say, if it was armor class 10, you hit armor class 11, you missed by 3. Hub does have, for the record, the Hub does have 5 points available if you want to use 3 of them in order to effectively hit and get it removed.
Sure, DM. Why not? You can't take those points to the grave.
All right. So I am going to remove that, as Hub is no longer auto drained, and that takes 3 points away. That leaves you 2 points remaining. Oops. All right. That is it.
Hopefully I throw it viciously on the ground when I withdraw it from me.
All right. Sounds like a plan. All right. As the next stirge comes flying in, this one attacking Mogar. As it swipes at you, swooping in, but unfortunately missing Mulgar. So the next stirge comes flying in. This one is going to be attacking Renoir.
Uh-oh.
It misses Renoir as well. That's the next stirge.
Now, is he getting his debuff? It doesn't really show that.
Not really sure, but if it, let me,
Just showed a 10 plus 2, but it didn't show he should be getting a -1 as well.
Yeah, interestingly, it's not showing the debuff. I'm going to do something here real quick. I'm going to, does chant only last for the 1 round? Is that?
Keeps on lasting until I keep on chanting.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, all right, stop me right here. Oh, because you're in combat. Okay. Oh, no, that's fine. Spells. There we are. I am going to do this, and I'm going to recast chant for you. Cast. Oops, sorry. Damn it. Did it again. Let me try this again. I'll get it right eventually. You cast. Cast is aura version. Okay. Target, 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 target. Boom. And then, that's bizarre. All right, and then, I apologize for this taking a little bit, guys. I have to manually select everybody, so let me select, 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 and effect. Yeah, it's weird because it's like, oh, this already exists on them, but it was not applying it to them. So what I just did is I recast the spell, and then I just said as an aura. And so now
They all
everything
have the same aura, though. Huh.
Well, but you guys, it's a different effect though, right? So hopefully we can get on with this. So that stirge went and missed as the last stirge now. Oh no, what? That's bizarre. Oh, because he's not in. No, he's in. Is he in too? Weird. All right, anyway, this one is flying over the top of everybody. And he is going at Byam'ba. That's its attack. Hits Byam'ba.
Of course it does.
As Byam'ba suffers 1 hit point of damage. And now he has the blood drain. As we go to Mulgar.
I'm gonna have to change weapons. I was gonna do my bow, but I'll have to do my short sword.
So I'm going to say if you want to use your bow at one of these ones that are flying around other than the one that's in front of you, I will allow that.
Okay, I'll do this one.
First arrow
And
misses.
of course I'll miss. Of course it does.
And a 2.
Perfect.
I love it.
Just about 20 for a second.
Just so you know, you only missed by 3. You targeted armor class 8, but you hit armor class 11, so you missed by 3. If you want to, okay,
No.
cool. All right, as we go back to the top of the order.
Since this next attack won't be bow, it'll be by hand. I'm gonna roll it on the brawl scale.
Okay. Nice, Byam'ba. All right, Byam'ba, thou art up.
All right, I'm targeting the stirge thing.
Yep.
And with my hand, and I'm just grabbing it and ripping it off and trying to put it down on the ground.
All right, you need to.
My next attack.
Yeah, you need to target it first, which is the one just to the north of you.
Yes.
You need to target it and then do an attack, like whether it's a grapple attack or a brawl attack or whichever, any way you want to.
Okay. I don't know if anyone grapple sounds more applicable.
Yeah.
No, it's a brawl. I'm trying to squeeze the life out of this fucker. All right.
As you grab a hold, you missed by 1.
I'm gonna use a point then. That's ridiculous.
Hang on a sec. Why?
My Thaco is not 10. What is my Thaco?
Well, no, the Thaco against armor class 8.
I'm an 18 right now, so 8 would be a 10. I have to roll a 10 or better.
Okay. Well, well, yeah, but it took 1 off. It took a -1. I think it's applying the chant as a minus to you
negative.
guys. So
it should also be +1 due to my spell, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It should be +1. There's no reason to have a -1 on your attack. I think what it's doing, it's applying a -1 to everybody's attack, including the creatures. Even though I clicked friendly aura for you guys, it gave everybody the -1. So we need to keep an eye on that. So I'm going to say you hit without having to spend a point. So go. You managed to drag it off of you.
Okay.
And you are no longer auto-blooded. And you have the creature off of you.
Okay.
And that'll be it. Yeah. Next round you can try to kill it if you beat the initiative. Mulgar.
Right.
As you hit.
Really?
Yeah, it's still taking that -1 off.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You suffer 5 hit points of damage. Nice.
That's all I got.
As you manage to get rid of one of them.
Yeah, probably because this is using the OSERC rules instead of AD&D technically, right?
Yeah, but the chant should still... All right, this is killing me. All right, hub hits. Nice.
As I suppose I pull my short sword out of its hide, I utilize my left foot and just launch at DM like a kicker.
All right, as you kick it, it goes flying through the remains of the window. You hear a slight crash as the leathery wing thing goes flying outside. as the...
I don't know
Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, Sean, I don't know if you noticed that the spell impacts or affects attack rolls, damage, and saving throws. So all of those for us should be +1, and all of those for
Yeah.
them should be -1.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I don't know why it's being it's like when I applied it as an aura, apparently it just affected everybody as a -1, and I don't know why I did that. So that was an issue on my part, or I'm going to have to check out and see what I did wrong, because I selected all the players and I said friendly aura, and it said okay, and it was everybody green, and then I said the bad aura for the stirges, and it came up with black, meaning okay, bad guys got the stuff. But now when it rolled it, it just included everybody as a -1. So I'll have to test it to see what I may have done wrong or how we have to do that, but I'll figure it out. Regardless, as the stirge comes in and tries to bite its way into our cleric, and he misses poorly. As the next stirge attacks, as it gets ripped off of Byam'ba, he throws it, and it immediately squawks, screeches, and launches itself back at him with the ferocity unseen by the likes of man or woman. But unfortunately, Byam'ba easily avoids it. As the last stirge outside comes flying in at our beloved cleric of Tratherian, as it tries to dig into him. Unfortunately, his armor is too thick. As the final stirge goes to attack Mulgar.
Just a side point. I did check the Osric rolls out. It's exactly, the spell's exactly the same. So
Nice. As a crit hit on Mulgar.
Of course it does.
As 6 hit points of damage to Mulgar. And Mulgar is now, as it latches onto him, begins to draw blood away. Renoir, you are up.
I continue to chant.
Okay. So we go back to the top of the order.
Means we have to redo initiative. I'm doing bow again. Oh, come on. Right there.
All right. Everybody has rolled. Let's go see who's up. As the stirge attacks Renoir. Missing Renoir. As the next stirge attacks Renoir. As it hits Renoir with a crit.
Oh, come on! I'm telling you, it's the dice rollers again.
As he suffers two hit points of damage, followed by...
That means, see, my chant has ended, by the way.
Yep.
My effect should go away.
As I need to... Yes.
I don't know how to make that go away.
I got it. I got it. Yes. I have to manually go and do every one of them. I think that's all of them.
Except for Renoir himself.
Yep. All right. That is it for that stirge. As the next stirge attacks Renoir as well. As it hits Renoir. Renoir suffers 2 hit points of damage. And he has another blood drain as 2 stirges have latched onto our priest. Mulgar.
Wait, it's grappled. That didn't work. Let's try.
As you attempt to grapple the thing off of him, but unfortunately You are not able to grab it. Renoir.
What do I need to hit it?
It's armor class 8, so whatever that is. Sorry, hang on. Mulgar, you missed by 2.
Yeah, I'll use 2 points.
All right, so that leaves you 5 as you use 2 points. So I am going to remove one of the blood drained from Renoir. So Renoir, go ahead.
I was taking one off me.
No, oh, sorry. I apologize. Damn it. You're right. I was thinking Renoir that you were going after him. Okay. Yep, it is off of you. And let me, sorry, really quick. I have to go back and do this. And, okay. I put it back on Renoir. So it is off of you, but 2 are on Renoir. All right, Mulgar, that is it for you. And Byam'ba.
Target that one behind me.
Okay.
Try to stick him with an arrow if I can.
Oh, the arrow missed.
Of course. These dice, I'm telling you, this is ridiculous.
You got to reset them bad boys.
It's crazy. As you hit. There we go.
Barely.
Yeah. As you hit it. As you manage to take out. All right. That's it for Byam'ba. Hub.
All right, DM. I'm guessing those 2 that are below me on my teammate are attached to him and not flying.
That is correct, sir.
So if I was to go forward and rip one away, what would happen?
So that is what we've been talking about. Nothing would happen. If you use a weapon to attack it, you could hit it and do damage, but whatever damage you do, half of that is also going to Renoir. So if you do 10 hit points of damage, the creature will take 10, but Renoir will take 5. But if you just grab it as a hit, like a grapple type of attack, you grab it and you hit it that way, you would then remove it so it is no longer automatically draining blood from Renoir.
Grappling.
As you hit and you manage, as you manage.
They put a -1 still.
Yeah.
I kind of okay with that.
Yep. As you manage to rip the creature, he gets a -1 on his strength thingy or whatever, his attack for grapple because of. So anyway, as you manage to remove one of the 2 that are attached to him, as we go back to the top of the order. Man, I didn't think this combat would last that long, but yeah, I forgot how badass Stirges can be, especially when people can't hit it. Renoir, you are free to move about the cabin now that you don't have... All right. As the first Stirge goes up, once again attacking Mulgar.
That weird symbol on me for...
As it hits because you had 2 of them on you. That's why. You still have 1, but now you have 1 left. As it hits Mulgar. Oh, wait, was that a crit hit? No. As Mulgar suffers 2 hit points of damage, and once again, you have the blood drain effect upon you. Byam'ba.
Target, I guess this one right here.
Okay.
If we can hit it.
You hit with the arrow.
Let's do some damage.
You do 4 hit points of damage. You manage to hit it and knock it back, but not enough to kill it as your second arrow takes aim.
That was the one attached to me, wasn't it?
That's actually a good point. But that doesn't matter. We'll just figure that it was one that was flying. I'll just move this one
You
over.
want to retarget and hit another one?
No, just go ahead and shoot that one. I'll just move this one up, and this is the one that's attacking him, and this one was the one that was by Renoir.
Okay. So I'm going to attack it again. Hopefully hit.
As you hit it again.
Let's do some
Look at
damage.
this. As you manage to take it out. All right. As we go, and Mulgar, as you're going to have to do a grapple attack, as this is the one that is attached to you.
Yep.
As you hit, managing to rip it out of your body, and you are no longer automatically blood drained. I should have been asking, you still have the ability to move 10 feet if you want to. Although, okay. All right. All right, Renoir.
All right, I'm going to try to get this thing that I assume is still on me off of me.
All right. You do a grapple attack or whichever from your sheet. Oh, that's interesting. What was that? Oh, that was Byam'ba. All right. As you manage to hit it and you or you don't grapple, but you manage to get the thing, and it is no longer on you, as there's only one here left anyway. All right, that's it for you. It's time for the Stirges once again to attack. This one going after Mulgar. As it misses Mulgar. As the next one goes after Hub. It hits Hub. Hub suffers 3 hit points of piercing damage, and Hub is now auto blood drained. All right. Hub, you're up.
All right, damn, I'm ripping that thing right out of me.
Okay. Oh no, as Hub is unable to get the thing out of his flesh as it is buried in, and he can feel the thing like a straw stuck in a soda pop. Sucking and draining the blood out of him. Back to the top of the order, as there are 2 Stirges left. Hub, you're up first. Still waiting on Byam'ba and Renoir.
Yeah.
All right, Hub, once again, you're up.
Ripping him out of me.
Let's do it! Once again, Hub is unable, as he is weakened by this thing, as the blood is slowly draining from him. Byam'ba.
I'm going to target this one over here. Yeah.
Did you hit?
I can do some damage. 2 points
Nice.
of damage.
2 hit points of damage.
We'll try to hit it again.
Did you hit it once again?
It gives me some damage. Oh, come on!
I love it.
Sick of that crap.
I love it. Mulgar. Nice. As you swing your blade, as it tries to dodge out of the way of the arrow, it points right into the path of your blade. Well, your arrow or whatever it was you were swinging with. Nice. As you manage to cleave it in half as it tries to flitter past you, you swing your blade up, carving it in half as each piece drops to the floor, to either side, leaving but one stirge remaining, that being the one stuck in hub. Let's see. I do not. It doesn't do anything because it is stuck in hub. Renoir.
Right, we're gonna give it a good old swing.
But it is stuck on. Yes, he is stuck on hub.
Yeah. So hub, how are you doing with getting swinged at?
Hub
you
has.
do what you got to do. I got the feet to beat feet.
All right, then I'm doing the swing.
All right. Unfortunately, the swing is not enough. You did. Hang on. Wait. Hang on. You didn't. You didn't target it. What is your? You're a third level cleric. Third level cleric against armor class 8. You need a 12 or better, so you missed by 3.
Why don't I use 3 of my points here and do that?
Okay. As you hit, go ahead and target it and then do damage. You still didn't target it. You did 4 bludgeon.
Targeted? Yeah. It's targeted. I see it blinking away there.
It's not showing targeted on me.
Oh, it's a black dot. It's a black
Oh,
dot.
there it is. Okay, yeah. I didn't see it because it was...
It camouflages.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. Okay. All right. All right, so you did 4 hit points of damage, and Hub takes 2. As we go back to the top of the order.
I'm going to go with something a little different. Since it's already attached to him, it's not been knocked off yet. I'm going with the brawl.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to put my 2 on there.
That's all right. It's still going to be Mulgar, Hub, and then you, Byam'ba. Yeah. All right, Mulgar, you're up.
I'm going to step up and try to grapple it.
Nice, as you manage to hit it, as Hub is no longer auto-drained. And it's interesting, I don't know if it took off the hit point. Oh, no, because it wasn't Hub's turn yet.
I had 4, now I got 2.
No, that's because you took half damage from when he hit you with the mace.
Yes, sir.
So, and the reason it didn't yet is because it does it on your turn. So, the Stirge hit you and it stuck to you, and then it had to go back around, and then your next turn, it should have automatically taken, I think it's 1 or 2 hit points off. I forget what it is. But anyway, bottom line is, Mulgar has removed it. So, Hub, you are up. As this thing is now off you, sir.
Well, I'm going to stab it violently.
All right. As Hub hits
20.
with a soft 20. Actually, yeah, you're right. You rolled it was a crit, yeah. As you actually did 10 hit points of damage as Hub, pissed off that this thing has been stabbing him and sucking his blood out, manages to pierce through the thing, pinning it to the floor, ending the battle and leaving you guys huffing and puffing as to what the hell these things were. And that's where we're going to end tonight's game because we're already past 11 o'clock. We can do healing and all the other post-combat stuff next time. This actually, I think it went better than I thought it was because I wasn't sure what all we would do for downtime. But this cleaning out the house has managed to make it a great time. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Hopefully you'll hang out for just another couple seconds as we figure out who we're going to raid. No game Friday because we are we're in the process of building our new 5e campaign. Still waiting to try to get some players together. Got a couple building characters. Got a couple saying that they may want to join. So hopefully that'll happen. So whenever that game actually comes about, we will let you guys know. But in the meantime, we just appreciate you guys. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look and see who we want to raid. I don't even know who the heck's still online. Let's take a look. I was looking, and if they're there, no, they're not. They're already done. So Game Master Eric, didn't him around. Ooh, let's go to Goblets and Warriors. They're actually doing a Daggerheart campaign, so let's go check those guys out. If you've never done Daggerheart, it's actually, I like the system. There's some things I'm not sure about, but it actually looks pretty good. But yeah, let's go ahead and raid over to those guys. Hopefully you will hang with us just a couple minutes when I figure out how to work my stream deck. So we're going to bounce over to Goblets and Warriors. We will be back next Monday as our party continues to explore this house. They still have a basement to explore, I believe, and the rest of this upstairs. But yeah, we will be back. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. And remember, in a world you can be anything that you want. All we ask is that you be kind. We are going to go over and raid Goblets and Warlocks. Apparently they are doing a Daggerheart campaign, which I am interested in seeing. Please appreciate you guys all being here tonight. Like I said, look forward to our new 5e campaign that we're building right now. It's going to be the this is Age of Worms, and so after Age of Worms was actually the Savage Tide. So it's kind of interesting that the campaign that I'm starting for 5e actually takes place after this one would have ended should the party make it all the way. But anyway, we'll figure that out. Appreciate you guys, and we will see you next time. Until then, stay safe.
Later.
I'll make sure Shadow's good. Start petting Shadow.
In case of everybody forgot, I took the time to tie up the cultist.
Good game tonight, everybody.
Yellow is a bard.
Yes. Yeah.
Got it. I had your name here as Bo. Oh, I think Bo.
You got to try a couple new spells.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yes, Bo is his real name.
It was cool.
Got it.
Thank you.
Not sure I figured out how to do
Aurora
them yet,
Quest
but you know,
for
sure,
raid.
we'll figure it out.
I wish
Sorry.
Roll20 would remember when you
Agora.
choose the.
Thank you for the raid. What was y'all doing? Let me get a shout out for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I typically just leave it because it always resets. So.
Hold on.
Anyway, yeah, good game tonight. Couple good spells, man.
Display name on the
I am gonna have to figure out
There you go. Follow her request. Make sure you
what is up.
I'm not sure. If you're not following them, go follow them.
Large
They're doing
mats
some
of
good.
fur just missing.
Play
Sorry, listen to these
Spell
guys
effect
talk.
is
It's confusing me.
18.
Oh, yeah.
First edition. Jesus. I don't think I ever played first edition.
I'm just a shower of sparks and
This is me, my first time
little electrical surges.
playing as a player in Daggerheart.
Sturges can be nasty little monsters.
Look 'em in.
Oh, yes, they can.
Giving you a moment to react to the end of the combat here, before we got into anything. Or
There's-
Rolls were
finding out
just,
what.
again,
Yeah.
horrendous.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm going to figure out why that chant didn't work the way it was supposed to. Again, it was probably the way I applied it, so I'm going to go muck around with it and just kind of do some test combat just to kind of see how it's supposed to work, and then I'll get it jacked and figure right.
So I still have 5 points, and I didn't use that one since it was a -1 by mistake, right?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
It took a -1 that one time I went to hit when it shouldn't have done it.
Correct,
so I
because
was
it still
use the
had-
point, but
Yeah, that is correct. But so I never took the point off you. Yep, I still got them. I still got them.
all right. And then let's see. So we have no game Friday, but their Monday's still on, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Because my game tomorrow got canceled. My Thursday game got canceled.
It's, it just goes, what were you thinking? You almost
Everybody's
got us all
been getting
killed.
sick with that flu bug that's been going around. So I'm trying to
You
avoid
actually
it like
slapped
the
me in the face.
freaking plague.
100%.
listen, I don't know what to tell you. Nobody was doing anything. I thought it was a great plan to get the leader. You know, I was just doing my thing, and it's not my fault you couldn't follow what I was doing.
I taught you how to count. We outnumbered.
Kind of funny.
And I killed 3 people at once.
I'm looking at the bottom of their stream that we just rated.
I'm looking at that. It's got our
It's
names
got
on these
yeah,
characters.
yeah, and it's almost like what is it? The fight game or whatever it was. I forget what it's called. But
Mortal Kombat.
yeah, like a Mortal Kombat, and the other one's got what's his? Let's see.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, because it's got Elfin Eyes has got the one for Goku. It's got the dude from Goku. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Who do I? It looks like I've got Deadpool. I
That
don't
what
know
it
who
is?
that looks like. Deadpool.
I don't know. You look like Deadpool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
No, I mean your face looks like Deadpool in real life.
Yeah. It was acne when I was a kid.
He was.
That's funny.
He was saying Anakin.
Anyway.
Past Goku there.
I guess I should.